Angels Live is on the air. Beautiful Southern California day here as A's are coming to town as we continue in California. Athletics at 23-23. Believe it or not, they're the top team in the AL West. Here's on tap with the next 30 minutes on a show we'd like to call Angels Live. How about some recent success against the A's? Easy for me to say. Hopefully the Angels can build on what they did last year. This year, we got a rookie on the hill. Yes, Walbert, Ureña. The 22-year-old, he's had some success in May, especially with that changeup. We will see if he can keep it going, and Ureña's going, you know what, Nolan, we needed to keep doing this. Since the end of April, Shonowell hitting over 300. Angel bats need to find a spark. Maybe Shonowell could be that guy to get things going. He's welcome inside Angel Stadium. Ken French, Tim Salmon, and that is Mark Kubiza. I had something to say.
I thought you know.
I will not say it. Yeah, yes, that's actually pretty good.
No, thank you.
I appreciate that. You know what? Thank goodness, Tim Salmon, that baseball is every day. Sometimes you look at it, look at the calendar, go, you know what? This is a grind. But sometimes also when you find those valleys of the season, it's good that you play every day because you can press the reset button and hopefully get things going in the right direction.
Well, I'm full, right? I mean, you're one day closer to figuring it out. I mean, this is a team that's been grinding and struggling for a while. Struggles will come to an end at some point. You're starting to see some signs of life. We talked about it, maybe not in the sense, in the big picture, but, some guys starting to swing the bat a little bit better. I think it helps having a team like the A's in town. They're familiar with. They've had some success with in the past. Hopefully that bodes well for this team going forward this weekend.
When you think about it, since 2002, when you won a World Series and they had the better record, in your division, this has been a pretty good battle between the Athletics and the Angels. So hopefully that is going to be the case with Zach Magneto going to be dealing there today. So a lot of close games, a lot of fun games between these two teams, and hopefully, like you said, Tim and Ken, they get it going offensively and be able to get something going as far as how a team can start finding ways to win and feeling good about winning baseball games.
These two teams, as you're saying, very familiar with one another, and the Angels last year had a lot of success against these A's, and hope can build on. As you take a look back at some of these numbers, very impressive, starting with Joe Adell, 6 home runs versus the A's last season.
Yeah, he really turned it on. And, I was just asking Gooby, I haven't seen Sacramento. I know it's a little bit of a hitter's park, but that's good because, that's where you build some confidence and you relax a little bit. Maybe you figure something out about the opposing pitcher. And there's quite a handful of hitters that really had a lot of success against this staff. And, that's where it pays dividends because every time you go up there and you face the guy and you've had some success, helps you relax just a little bit more, maybe dial in on something you picked up, out of the repertoire the year before.
Yeah, and Zach Neto had some big numbers, too. He had 3 home runs. Even go back to Logan O'Hoppe. He just has 2 extra base hits so far this season, 1 home run, 1 double, but a lot of success with 4 home runs against the Athletics last year. You feel good when you face an opponent you've had success against. Hopefully that turns him around. Same thing with, Zach Neto has been really swinging better. But Mike Trout, talking about success, a little bit of success against teams like Texas Rangers. I know that, Fish. But 42 career home runs for Trout versus the Athletics is second most all time when you think about it. That's incredible what Trout has done. And that's a big ballpark, but they used to play in there up in Oakland. So especially at night, it wasn't easy to hit out. So hopefully Trout, I remember that one in center field there as he looked up there. He ate, as a matter of fact, at dead center field. That ball was crushed.
As a hitter, Tim, can you, like Gooby was talking about, look at what you did in the past against the team, even though some of the players are different, but still find some confidence. Say, you know what, hey, maybe we can turn things around against this team.
Sometimes it's just having that other color out there opposing you. I don't know what it is. You're right. I mean, Texas rolled into town and I didn't care how I was hitting. I was going to have a good series. So it is funny. I mean, it's just one of those weird, unique things about the game of baseball that there's just certain comfort levels. And again, this game is so much between the ears that you could have the worst mechanics in the world, but you're getting your hits because you're feeling good about yourself.
I mean, that's the thing. You just feel good against certain opponents no matter what. You could be struggling, but you see that uniform coming in, no matter, they can have the best pitcher in the world on the mound, but you're still going to have a good approach because you feel hitting you. If you have confidence in the batter's box, you have a shot. When you don't have confidence, when you're facing some really good arms on them.
Speaking of pitchers, we have a rookie on the hill here today, Walbert Ureña, who's been very good in the month of May, and especially with his changeup, which we'll talk about in a moment. We talk about pitching innings pitched, though, for someone who's under 23 in a single season before June since 1990. I mean, pretty darn good, Tim, when you look at a guy like this doing what he's doing at 22 years of age.
Yeah, I like the fact that we're talking about some of these young pitchers right now coming up and really kind of figuring themselves out. I mean, we talk about winning ultimately some point. You have to build from within, and to be able to see some of these young arms, and maybe they might be here a little sooner than they're ready for, but they're here nonetheless, and it gives you hope for the future, and you hope that they can go out there and build some foundations of success that ultimately will, you know, maybe 2-3 years down the road really pay big
He has electric stuff. I remember even seeing him in uniform just a couple of years ago, and I remember telling him in those pitchers meetings, in organizational meetings, I go, by the way, this kid is unreal. And they said, well, he's a little raw. He hasn't pitched a lot in professional baseball. Then this spring training, I'm like, yeah, he's ready. He's ready. And then he obviously had that one tough game in relief down in Houston where he made a mistake fielding the ball, throwing away to first base. Other than that, his stuff is an hour on your sinker. That plays that changeup really well.
All right, let's stay with stuff, but let's go to the changeup, Mark Gubicza. I want to stay with you on this, and why has that pitch been such an out pitch for him this season?
The way it moves and dips and out of the strike zone has been so good for him. And part of it, the fact is, that sinker sets it up at 101, but he's throwing this changeup at about 91, 92, even 93 miles an hour. You talk about outs on a changeup. In the American League, in the month of May, he leads the American League getting outs with that changeup, and they even know it's coming. But they still can't hit it right now. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. You can see the separation of the speeds of his four-seam sinking fastball, and then you mix in that changeup, how much of a differential it is as far as the speed of that pitch, but very similar as far as the drop at the plate with the sinker, and then the sweeper, although for me, that is a pitch he needs to get going as a sweeper because, you know, the reverse splits he has, right-handed batters have pretty good success against it, which is shocking being a right-handed pitcher. It is lights out because that changeup already plays. I always think of Pedro Martinez with his changeup on the right side. It's that good of a changeup.
You know, I always come back to, for a power pitcher, the hardest pitch to learn is that changeup, and for him to have such great confidence in it at such a young age, I think that bodes well for him going forward. I mean, it seems like you can always teach a cutter or a slider or something, but the changeup has always been a difficult pitch for a lot of guys to really command, and especially somebody that throws 100 miles an hour. I will tell you, as a hitter, the changeup is probably one of the toughest pitches to hit with anybody that throws firm. So I love the fact that for as young as he is, probably one of the toughest pitches to hit with anybody that throws firm. So I love the fact that for as young as he is, he shows that kind of maturity. But, you know, going forward's command, and, you know, he's had some command issues coming up to this point. And, you know, when he gets in trouble, falls behind, that is when he has his struggles because he doesn't really have that definitive third pitch. But without a doubt, I mean, there's going to be some growing pains out there, and we got to live with it because he's shown a great deal of success. He has.
So when you talk about Ureña and the way he has been pitching, I know Kurt Suzuki mentioned in a earlier press conference today, and we're going to get to that momentarily. It's about composure. Yep. For a 22-year-old, he doesn't get rattled. Gooby, I mean, that's something you look for outside of stuff. You gotta have composure.
Yeah, and the thing with him right now too, when it's some things happen during the course of the game, it's going to happen no matter how good you are. He still has that competitive juices, but he keeps it under control. He doesn't show, I would like to say, doesn't show his poker face. In other words, the hitters on the other side of that dugout, they'll go, okay, he's rattled a little bit. He doesn't get rattled. He knows exactly what he wants to do. He knows how to get people out, and I'll tell you what, his stuff plays such at a good level right now. He's fun to watch.
All right, speaking of Kurt Suzuki, earlier today I said, you know what, Kurt, put on your catcher mask for me for a minute and tell me what type of advice you'd give a young pitcher.
As a catcher, your biggest goal, especially for a rookie pitcher, is to make them comfortable, right? How are you going to make them comfortable? Make them realize what their strengths are, right? Your strengths are your strengths, and you know, you try to keep the game as simple as possible when the game's going to speed up, you know, things are going on a million miles an hour. It's your strengths. Trust me, we got this, and let's go on and play. I know it's a boring answer, but the more I could simplify things for a pitcher and not have them thinking so much on the mound, I feel like it's a success.
For a young pitcher, is it video? Is it conversation? Is it a little bit of both to get him ready for an opponent?
Yeah, you know, I let the pitchers do whatever they want, preparation-wise, because they all have their routines. They all want to put the work in to, you know, have their comfort of watching it before it happens, watching the hitters before you face them. So I let them do that, but at the end of the day, right, it's, hey, trust me, we have our meeting. Trust me, go out there, follow my lead, and we got it.
What's it been about him thus far, being a young man on the hill? What's impressed you? Is it composure? Is it the skills? Is it a combination?
Yeah, it's a combination. He's got, obviously, I think everybody talks about the stuff, you know, the elite stuff that he has. But what I've been most impressed about is his composure on the mound. He's perfect. He's still young. He's still learning. But I think you're watching him control himself, control his emotions, his body language, and all those type of things. That's what really impresses me about him.
So it's no secret the Angels are trying to find some offense, especially with a young arm on the hill. Tim Salmon, you got to look at some guys up and down that lineup. Who's going to be your guy? Nolan Shannon, since the end of April, has been hitting over 300. What's he been doing differently with his swing?
Well, one of the things that stands out is he's hitting the fastball really well, hitting 350 on the fastball, and it's not that's oversimplifying things a little bit. You take a guy like Shannowell, who really likes to, you know, his game is built around battling, being able to hit every pitch out there, cover the whole zone. I think what happens early in the year for guys like him is a little bit like a power hitter. They're trying to get their timing on all the different pitches, and in the process of doing that, sometimes that fastball just gets a little bit on you and it beats you just a hair. You're starting to see him maybe get back into that role where he's able to cover that fastball and cover the other pitches, and these are good.
I mean, our StatCast to be powered by Google Cloud shows how well he covers the entire field. That's amazing what he's able. Fastballs away, you know, off-speed pitch he can turn. He usually turns on the ball when he's ahead of the count. 2 strikes, he goes the other way approach. He's a 352 career hitter against the Athletics, by the way, with 4 home runs and especially Shannowell hitting behind Trout tonight.
Yeah, and that's what he's all about. He's all over the field. And Tim, when you talk about, too, a guy like that, certainly gives a defensive problem, too, when you know you have a guy up to bat who can hit the ball anywhere.
Well, he battles. I mean, we've talked about that. I mean, he's the one guy in the lineup that you really want in that clutch situation because you know you're going to get a great quality at bat. He hunts the zone. He prepares. He's disciplined. He doesn't chase. He doesn't go outside of himself. He doesn't let the moment, you know, make him try to do. He's not ever going to go up there trying to hit a home run in one of those moments. You know he's going to go up there, let the ball travel, take what the pitcher gives you, and really give him a good at bat.
All right, well, that young lady, we got to get her excited. I don't know what's going on there, but everybody else they're fired up to see the Angels and hopefully get them in the win column as we take our first time out here in the program. When we do get back, we're going to do a deeper dive into the A's, who at 500 are in the top spot in the AL West.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw?
Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
Hi, I'm Bobby Witt Jr., ambassador for MLB's Play Ball.
Let's play ball!
It's an accessible, fun way for kids of all skill levels to learn the game, make new friends, and most importantly, get out and play ball. No prior experience needed. No bat or glove? No problem. We provide participants with their own bat and ball kit so kids can come as they are. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend, June 5th through the 7th. Visit playball.org to register for an event near you today.
June 9th, last year, Nolan Shannon is going to see this in his sleep for a long time to come. This is Denzel Clark going way back, almost over the center field wall, fired up, takes one back into the ballpark. Denzel Clark not here tonight. That's good news for the Angels on a rehab assignment. But oh my goodness, Tim Salmon is a former outfielder. That is something that's spectacular.
Well, there used to be a guy back in our day named Kenny Lofton that did that quite a bit.
Oh, yes.
He actually took a couple away from me here in Anaheim that were pretty similar, not quite to that level of difficulty, but pretty similar. I've seen that thing before.
Well, I'm glad you let it go, Tim. I'm really glad.
Well, I did finish with 299. I mean, it's always going to be remembered. I could be at 3.
All right, A's are in town for 4, kicking things off here tonight. Let's do a deeper dive into the Sacramento A's. And as I've been mentioning, 23-23, somehow, some way, first place in the AL West. Tim, that just tells me this division is up for grabs right now. Despite the struggles of the Halos, they look at a team like this, go, wait a second, we might be able to catch these guys.
Yeah, you're in the right division for sure with a 500 lead. You know, this A's team, I mean, they're leaning on that offense. Their starting pitching, surprisingly, has been giving them some depth. You know, they've kind of put it together. They're playing 500, though, and you know, for this Angel team, 500 is definitely doable. They need to get on a run here, and if they do, they could catch the A's and catch whoever's leading this division.
I mean, Kurtz is a dynamic hitter. I mean, he has unbelievable power to left side. His left-handed battery has great power to left field, left center field. He had 6 home runs last season alone against the Halos, and Shea Langoliers is hitting everything right now. So they're a team that's pretty tough.
Yeah, we mentioned Walbert, Ureña on the hill for the Halos. You don't want to stay away from Brent Rooker, Tim.
Yeah, this guy is definitely starting to get warm. Had a tough first month, and again, I go back to the big hitters, trying to dial in that slider under the lights and all the off-speed stuff. But well, you give him a fastball, he does not miss it.
Yeah, Kurtz I talked about. I mean, he's got a great eye. Yet every once in a while there's a strikeout in the game, but his power the other way, really he stays on the baseball extremely well the other way. As good as any young hitter I've seen in a long, long time. So he gets on base and he's got a lot of power to go the other way. But Langoliers has been on 22 extra base hits already this season. He's leading the majors. I mean, this is a catcher doing these type of numbers, a 337, a Joe Mauer-like numbers as far as winning a batting title at the catching position. Such a demanding position on your legs and your body and everything else goes along with it, including your hands and your wrists. Let's ask Logan O'Hoppe on that one.
I got to say, he's a little bit of their answer to Zach Neto. He hunts middle in. He's very much the same kind of hitter. If you throw him middle in, he's going to make you pay.
What about this guy here, JT Ginn, 2-1, 2.72 ERA in 7 starts. A's 6-1 when he's on the hill, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing the ball well. He's not going to wow you necessarily with power as far as his stuff. His sinker really, really plays. He gets a lot of swing and misses, a lot of ground ball action on sinker. I think if you're going to have to be successful against him, is you can't miss a slider. He'll throw his slider, and he throws it quite a bit, but he gets over the plate in a number of them, so you got to be able to put together a pretty good swing. He's got a slugging percentage against his slider of over 640 this season, so you better be ready for that slider to do some damage.
Yeah, the lefties in the lineup definitely are going to get a better look at that sinker, but for whatever reason, that sinker plays well against the right-handed bats. And, you know, that's one of those deals. It's like not every pitch is the same, even though it's a sinker. You guys are coming back going, hey, it gets on you, or hey, it's got a little bit more movement. So it's one of those deals that, you know, he's throwing 94 miles an hour. It's not blowing you up, but for whatever reason, it's doing a pretty good job.
Gooby,
I knew your brain was already thinking over there. I was waiting. He's like, Tim, finish up. Tim, finish up. I want to make sure you say something.
I got nothing right now.
Give me some time.
All right, I had a Hall of Fame comment earlier on.
You did.
That's about all I got. Well, thanks for joining us.
Appreciate
you're
it.
a Hall of Famer in my book.
See you in Canton soon.
All right. Well, you know what? Speaking of Hall of Famers, how about that transition? Happy birthday, Reggie Jackson turns 80 today. Former Halo, former A. We'll talk Reggie and Mr. October on the other side.
Seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw?
Whoa! Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
Did he do it?
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
You hear that? That's so quiet. Not like last week. What a hassle.
Oh, man.
The reason you were stopped is you weren't wearing your seatbelt.
It's like the easiest thing.
I didn't get why it was such a big deal. Oh, now I know why.
Your reason.
Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome back to Angels Live. Game one of a 4-game set between the A's and the Angels. First matchup between these two AL West rivals. A's sitting in first place in the AL West right now, but just 23-23. Certainly the AL West up for grabs. Very special day. It is my wife's birthday. It also is Reggie Jackson's birthday. Hall of Famer Mr. October turns 80 today. Spent time with the A's, Yankees, of course, the Angels, and the Orioles. And just that sweet swing from Reggie Jackson, 123 home runs in an Angel uniform. And Tim Salmon, when you think of Reggie, what are some of the things that come to mind?
Well, first of all, those home runs in Yankee Stadium was right in my wheelhouse. I remember him hitting those against the Dodgers, and that cemented his legend. I mean, back-to-back World Series with the Yankees, but you kind of forget he had back-to-back with the A's. 5-time World Series champion. This guy was a superstar that embraced the swagger, so clutch in the postseason. I had a chance to get to know him a little bit, as I was playing. He was always around the ballpark, so great to be able to say that you knew the great Reggie Jackson. For sure.
You mentioned swagger. I mean, he had the numbers to back up swagger. You almost expected the swagger because he was Mr. October.
He was, and the other side of it too. I mean, you think about this game of baseball, he was such a huge ambassador. I mean, he was getting paid by fan attendance when he came to the Angels. So he was definitely one of those faces in the game, one of the first big faces in the game where he celebrated, doing the things he did, and it brought people out to the ballpark. I mean, you got to think about that era with Muhammad Ali and, some of those, those athletes that really were out there creating a lot of attention, but it was really great for the sport. And, again, he backed it. I mean, he had the swagger and he backed it. He deserved anything he wanted to do. He deserved to be able to do it. So, again, like I said, I just had a chance to cross paths with him a little bit in my career, and 80 years old is hard to believe, but happy birthday.
Good on Ginn. You heard Reggie wanted to come back to California, so I'm going to sign you to a 5-year deal. The rest is history. As we take the time out here on the program, and when we do come back, we're going to get you set for game one of this 4-game series between the Angels and A's. We have lineups on the other side.
Summer is a gift.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by Amazon, Saturdays 12:30 Eastern on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Bobby Witt Jr., ambassador for MLB's Play Ball.
Let's play ball!
It's an accessible, fun way for kids of all skill levels to learn the game, make new friends, and most importantly, get out and play ball. No prior experience needed. No bat or glove? No problem. We provide participants with their own bat and ball kit so kids can come as they are. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend, June 5th through the 7th. Visit playball.org to register for an event near you today.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive.
Hey, showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
And they're excited when the Angels win the game. You win free McDonald's fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase only on the app at participating McDonald's. I just want to pour them right in the middle of the table. That's the best way to do it. Share with friends. Fries, they bring smiles. Wins, they bring smiles. You kind of see the similarities. Hey, Tim, there's your lineup. Okay, Nolan Schanuel, he's off, right? We talked about him already. He's off the board. Who is the game changer here tonight?
Okay, I'm not going to say it's an individual because right now we need the team to come together. We need them to come together as a lineup and take a good team approach tonight. I'm going to pull out all the lefties in that lineup right there because against this sinker baller, that's the one little bit of kryptonite that he's been able to show is that the lefties have had some pretty good success off him. So we need the lefties in our lineup to do the same.
All right, taking a look at the A's lineup. We talked about Brent Rooker and the damage he's done against the Angels. Who should the Halos be aware of in this lineup?
Yeah, he likes hitting here at the Big A. 375 or 325 batting average, 9 home runs at the Big A. It's one of those scenarios. He feels comfortable in the box up here. Don't let him get too comfortable.
Get the cowboy hats out. Love that look. Joe Adele. Let's turn it around. Zach Neto does what he does, talking to fans, and Trouty. Just beat Trouty here tonight. It is A's, Angels coming at you next from the Big A.
Look at this guy.
What? Yo.
From your favorite team
The Phillies walked it off.
to the league's biggest stars.
Jaw-dropping stuff from Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I know that guy. Great player.
Stay in the know all season long on Play Ball, only on MLB Network.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness! What a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
It's a beautiful night for baseball in Southern California. And ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, brings you game one of a four-game series between division rivals, the Los Angeles Angels and the Sacktown A's from Angel Stadium tonight. Alongside Mark Gubas, I'm Wayne Randazzo. Gubia, a division opponent is here. The Angels have not played one since the first weekend of April.
Yeah, Wayne, and a team may have some success, especially swinging the bats. That's been the big issue for the Halos over the last basically a month almost, has been the offense. So hopefully a team they've had success against the Athletics, or a team that all these bats will come to life again.
Yeah, the Angels scoring fewer than 3 runs per game in this 26-game stretch, but they feasted on A's pitching in 2025. Certainly go up and down the lineup, but Joe Adell especially, 6 home runs against the A's last season.
I mean, that's amazing when you think about 6 home runs versus an opponent. And, you know, the thing is, he hit them here at the Big A and also up there in West Sacramento. So he had a lot of power going for him. You love to see that from Joe Adell. He can turn this whole offense around himself. Mentioned those 6 home runs versus that opponent last year. Hopefully they'll get that energy going. Big thing for me, though, Logan O'Hoppe, 4 home runs against the Athletics last year. He only had, you know, this so far this season, is 2 extra base hits, 1 home run, 1 double. You look and reflect on that, and you see 4 home runs. That should get him going here tonight.
We'll see if O'Hoppe can find his way against the A's. And Zach Neto back to the top of the order. He's been hitting the ball well lately, and he was another guy that kicked around the A's last season.
Yeah, he's the guy that really gets everything going. He stirs the pot, the old saying goes, and he's got that power going. I remember that last home run he hit up there against West Sacramento Athletics. That was a great one with that bat he used in that game. So that was a lot of fun for him. But Mike Trout, 42 career home runs against the Athletics, the second most all-time versus the Athletics. And, you know, Mike Trout did a lot of that up in Oakland, where it wasn't an easy ballpark to hit a home run. So Mike Trout, remember, he hit that one 488 feet against him that couple of years ago up in Oakland, where that was an absolute blast right there at the dead center field.
Trout has historic numbers, wasting away all of the division opponents, and the A's included in that. The A's bring their own brand of offense. A lot of good young hitters throughout their lineup. Nick Kurtz, Shea Langoliers has been red hot since the middle of last season, and Brent Rooker has certainly beat up on the Angels too.
And Wayne, he always seems to come up with those big moments, and he's put together some incredible numbers. You go back since 2023, 15 home runs versus the Angels, and they're big moment ones. He's pulled the baseball, he's going to center field, he's got some big base hits against him too. When you look at his swing, generally they're off-speed pitches, catching down in front. I still think you could pitch him on the inner half of the plate, but Kurtz is a dynamic player. He had 6 home runs last season against Halo in his rookie year. When you look at his OPS, when you over 162 game schedule, just under 980. He walks a lot, got a lot of power, and a lot of power the other way.
And Shea Langoliers, going back to the middle of last season, has been maybe the best hitter in baseball. Leads the majors in batting average since last year's All-Star break. He's hit over 30 homers and 30 doubles.
337 this season with 22 extra base hits, and that's a catcher for the most part when he's doing a lot of this damage. So a pretty solid defender back there, but he is really good, especially early in the count. So you got to be ready for him as far as that first pitch thrown.
So it's a tough lineup for the rookie right-hander Walbert Ureña on the mound, but he's been really good over his last few starts.
We talk about that changeup. That changeup really plays against this lineup. An aggressive lineup for the Athletics. I think he can get a lot of swing and miss, but use that fastball. But the sweeper against the righties should be a big pitch today.
Now the Angels are certainly embracing their starting pitching this season. And these two guys, especially Jose Soriano and Walbert Ureña, bonding together to lead the Halos starting staff. It's the Angels and the A's coming up.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 5-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we can have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
Okay, $1 million deal on the line. You got this. Recaps and sales meeting insights from all my team's calls? Otter AI, it's you who is man's best friend.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
This isn't your average pill. This is Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks.
Rose Sparks is a fast-acting solution because it dissolves under your tongue.
Rose Sparks.
Guys, get started today.
Connect with a provider to find out if Rose Sparks are right for you.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by Amazon, Saturdays 12:30 Eastern on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Angels baseball on ABTV is brought to you by Hyundai. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. By Jack in the Box, Jack's new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal with a chance to win the $75,000 prize for Jack's 75th anniversary. And by Infinity, experience their luxury SUVs at your local retailer today. Walbert Ureña is the starter tonight. A 2.25 ERA so far in the month of May for the rookie right-hander with a lot of potential.
Yeah, and you think about his changeup, it's already one of the better changeups in all of baseball, and he hasn't really been up here all that long. Just a little over 27 innings pitched in the show, yet that changeup is something all hitters are even looking for, and they still haven't been able to make real good contact against it. Just love the way he goes out there and competes. He knows he's got good stuff. He's poised on the mound. He's got a chance of being special for a lot of years.
Certainly does, and well, anybody who throws 100 with a 92-mile-an-hour changeup, I think has that chance.
Yeah, you know what? You always feel you have a shot. I'll take my chances. By the way, I don't think anybody's quicker going out to the mound. That's about as fast as you can go. I always loved that. I always tell, even at the high school level, I said, you run out to the mound, because that means the hitters look, oh, he wants to get out there. And then after you get that last out, you walk off the mound and go, yeah, I'm bad. I'm bad. I did my job.
All about attitude, and Walbert Ureña can live off of his stuff to encounter that attitude when he's on the mound. He has really been sharp here in his last few outings. He's only given up a total of 7 hits in his last 3 starts.
Yeah, a few breaks here and there. That record could be completely opposite, too. And my go-tos for Ureña to have a big game and pick up a W here today, a well-deserved W, is feel for the sweeper early. When you look at reverse splits, right-handers had a little more success again. That sweeper plays the big strikeouts with his changeup already. 13 strikeouts, a whiff percentage over 28% with his changeup.
Showing the lineup for the Athletics, formerly of Oakland, Kansas City, and Philadelphia, with Carlos Cortez leading off in right field. Shea Langeliers is their catcher. Kurtz at first base. Then it kind of slows down. Rooker and Soderstrom have not been quite as hot this year as we saw last year. That's Henry Bolte in center field. Jeff McNeil, the former Met. Zach Geloff at third base. Hernandez, the young shortstop, with Mark Kotsay, the LA native, on the managerial beat for the A's. He has been at this job for a while now and starting to see some more positive results. The A's are in first place in this weekend AL West. They're the only team 500. For now, that's good enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's done a real good job. Remember, even that transition, leaving Oakland to go to West Sacramento on the way up to eventually to Las Vegas. He's been really a calming influence on these guys. He's a real good player back in his day. Then Bertolo Chevrolet defense behind Ureña today. Low Trotadell, Neafield, Moncada, Neto, Frazier, Shawnawa, Ohapi, but Neto, especially at that shortstop position, already 22 double plays turned, 73 putouts as tops in the American League in that category. You expect him to be real busy with Ureña, and is a little over 52% ground ball rate.
Well, Going into this season, Carlos Cortez was most known for his switch throwing ability. Now he's known for his hitting ability. He has batted .346 to start the year, and he has settled into the leadoff spot, whereas Lawrence Butler has found himself as the odd man out in this A's outfield sometimes, even with Denzel Clark on the injured list, as Ureña's first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. The daily battle for Ureña, or at least the every 5th day battle, is to throw strikes enough to get by at least. Right now, the only thing hampering him in his early part of his career is that his command sometimes is spotty.
And that was a pretty good pitch. His fastball moves so much. He's almost got to think, I got to try and trust, throw in the middle of the plate. It won't stay there.
It's 2 balls and no strikes, and now it's 3-0. That one well off the plate to Carlos Cortez. And there's ball 4. So immediately Ureña walks the first hitter. And it took the minimum 4 pitches to do that. Only 1 walk in the last start for Ureña against the Guardians, in which he worked 5 innings. Walked 3 against the White Sox in 6 innings. In that game, just a run on 2 hits allowed. He had 5 walks in that start in Kansas City. Was really the last time Ureña gave up some runs. He's only allowed 4 in his last 3 starts, but 4 in that one outing, thanks to 5 walks against the Royals.
I don't know if Langeliers be swinging. He always swings on the first pitch.
Well, wouldn't you want to swing if you were hitting
Yes.
.337?
Yes. He's hitting .393 on the first pitch put in play.
It's not a cheap .390, .337 either. He is OPS over 1,000. He's hit 12 home runs. Go back to last year's All-Star break, and he has hit over 30 homers with 30 doubles. And he hits this one in the air, but shallow, as Mike Trout comes running in for it. Frazier is out. Trout calls him off the last moment. Frazier dives out of the way, and Trout makes the catch.
Good idea always to get out of the way of Mike Trout running in with that kind of speed behind him.
Well, I appreciate the theatrics involved too, with Frazier diving dramatically out of the way. Watch this. I'm out of here.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
He stopped, dropped, and rolled to get away from the incoming Trout. Well, here's Nick Kurtz, the number 3 batter for the A's, as he looks at strike 1 from Ureña.
Sweeper first pitch.
I mix it up with Kurtz because you know he's going to take some pitches. A guy who draws a ton of walks. He has been on base in 40 straight games. A lot of those with just a free pass. He takes a pass of that. It's 0-2.
Great changeup. His arm action on that one. He's a big man at the plate.
He's a huge man, and he had a huge rookie year in the major leagues. He was the rookie of the year in the American League last year, thanks to 36 home runs, a .290 average, and OPS over 1,000 in his first year in the majors.
A lot of power the other way too.
Period. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kurtz. He has now played 162 major league games, a full season. He has hit 44 home runs with 115 RBIs in his first 162 games in the major leagues. He's walked over 100 times. Only 2 other left-handed batters have been that good this quickly in major league history when it comes to 30 homers, 100 walks, and 100 RBIs in the first 162 games. Their names are Juan Soto and Ted Williams.
That's pretty good.
You've heard of them?
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
Oh, good. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Kurtz trying to hold up, takes ball 2. He will strike out, though. That is the one thing about Kurtz. You can punch him out.
He's got to be thinking, I'm getting a changeup now with that fastball up. A 4-seam fastball in on the hands would probably be pretty effective.
Fouls it off his body, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a big target. Nick Kurtz at 6'5", 240.
From Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
He is. He went to high school in Chattanooga. He left PA behind.
But not the nickname, though, the Big Amish.
That is true. Well, called ball 3, but O'Hoppe wants to challenge this.
Ooh. That's not real close on that one either.
Angels challenge powered by T-Mobile, and the Halos will be down to challenge before they even get to the plate. I mean, maybe a strike to most guys, but when you're a mountain, when you're a big Amish like Nick Kurtz, well, it is not quite the same strike zone down at the bottom.
Chance to strike him out, throw him out here now.
Cortez with a pretty short lead, though. 3-2 on Kurtz, and Ureña steps off.
You know, that would definitely lead you to believe he's going to be going here now.
And one stolen base so far for Cortez. Bigger lead now, inching away from Shonowell, but not running as Kurtz taps one foul.
I like that changeup on that pitch, too.
So a guy like Kurtz who's going to walk a lot and strike out a lot, maybe you're less interested in taking a chance if you're on the bases here.
But I also think, you know, with the pitcher's best pitches is changeup, which makes it a more difficult catch and throw for Ohapi.
Swing and a mid foul. It was just fouled at home plate. 99 on the fastball, and Ohapi couldn't quite squeeze it.
And the one thing about Kurtz, he's going to get your pitch count up too every at bat.
Almost had the squeeze there. Most catchers will tell you it's just luck. The ball lodges or it doesn't.
And you imagine that risk got to come into play.
Strike three called. Kurtz goes down on the changeup.
Oh, what a changeup that was. Three-two changeup. Frees him on the inside part of the plate at 92.
That changeup is a thing of beauty for Ureña. Opponents have only hit 140 off that pitch so far in the major leagues, and he throws it a lot, more than most. That's a good-looking sweeper there. He's thrown a couple.
That is the pitch that could get him to that next level, in my opinion. Pretty good spin on it. And you look at reverse splits, 318 for right-handed batters, 140 for lefties against him. Lefties get a lot more changeup. That sweeper plays against a righty.
1 ball, 1 strike. Another breaking ball to Rooker, who's had a slow start, batting just 196 with 6 home runs. You know, Rooker can be a thorn in the Angels side in particular. He has teed off on Angel pitching over the years. Sweeper again, strike 2.
3 in a row. I think that number up there with an athletic jersey on there will make you throw a lot more sweepers and sliders than fastballs.
The guy who's hit at least 30 homers in 3 straight years, Rooker. Paying a good tribute to the man who wore that 25 for many years in Oakland, Mark McGwire. He's changed cities more than they changed uniforms. They got the same look they had all those years ago when McGwire was in that uniform. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rooker. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Change up.
Walbert Ureña back-to-back punch-outs to end a scoreless first.
You hear that? It's so quiet. Not like last week. What a hassle.
Oh, man.
The reason you were stopped is you weren't wearing your seatbelt.
It's like the easiest thing.
I didn't get why it was such a big deal. Oh, now I know why.
Adding throwing creatine has definitely helped me with how I perform on the court. I feel like I have a lot of endurance throughout the 82-game season, and I'm making those split-second decisions with a clear mind and a clear vision. It seems like the game slows down with throwing.
This is Fubo. It's your way to watch your local teams all season long. Starting at only $14.99 a month. Plus, you can watch 4 games at once with Multiview. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
When I work with my clients and they ask me questions, hey, what do you recommend? You know, do I go with wood? Do I go with TimberTech? It's always a no-brainer for me. I'm always telling them to go with TimberTech, and they're always asking me, well, why TimberTech? There's 10 different options out there. And the answer is just grab some samples. I mean, there's just so many different color options, different textures. It's easy to work with, fire resistant, and the maintenance, you can't argue that. You want low maintenance, go with TimberTech. It really changed the game for me. What can I tell you? It's a great product.
Brought to you by Theodore Robbins Ford with Zach Neto in the leadoff spot. Trout hits second. Nolan Shonowell bats third. Then Soler, Moncada's at third base. Adele in right field. Josh Lowe in left. Ohapi behind the plate. And Adam Frazier batting in the 9th spot with JT Ginn on the mound. Ginn has been really good on the road over the last couple of years for the A's, especially this year.
Yeah, his ERA on the road is 1.48. His fastball pretty firm, 92, 97. Slider, he'll throw a cutter, also a curveball and changeup.
Started the year in the bullpen. He has made his way back into the A's rotation. 16 starts last year, but he gave up 17 home runs in 90 innings. He struggled even more at Sutter Health Park in Sacramento than he did and he has already this year. And it's been quite a struggle this year too, as Neto fouls off the first pitch.
And my go-tos to be successful against Ginn here tonight: get this offense on the run and get them going. His power, his slider. His slider's been hit pretty hard this year. 321, a couple home runs, 643 slugging percentage. You got to lift that sinker above the knees, because when he's downstairs, 18 punch-outs at 23.2% whiff percentage, which is a high whiff percentage on a sinker.
Well, it's no surprise to see left-handers teeing off on him in the video you just saw, because he has a real issue getting lefties out. OPS of 936 lifetime against left-handed batters for Ginn. No balls and 1 strike on Neto.
Well, he has a real smooth, slow delivery. That could throw the timing off a hitter also.
Ginn is from Brandon, Mississippi. Drafted by the Mets initially. There's a check swing foul.
When you look at his delivery too, it's we say this a lot as short arm. It's not a real long arm as far as the deliveries. Right up, bring it up by the ear, and then throws it right away.
It's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Zach Neto. A swing and a miss on a high fastball, 95 upstairs. Ginn with his first strikeout.
And a defense behind Ginn tonight, and they've been playing a little bit better defense so far this season for the Athletics. Soderstrom's been great out there. I mean, you go back to last year, 10 defensive run saved, 2 outfield assists already for him in left field. You see a Kurtz, Langelier, Geloff, Hernandez at shortstop. McNeil, that you're familiar with the New York Mets, and Cortez out in right field.
A lot of years in that Mets uniform for McNeil, moving along to be one of the few veterans on this A's roster. Certainly brings a wealth of experience with him. I'm sure the A's like having that around. Mike Trout at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. And Trout with a high pop-up. This is the second baseman, McNeil, waving for it and making the catch as Trout continues his struggles here. 6 hits in his last 39 at bats. He has not homered in his last 10, now 11 games.
Boy, he's been out early working on a lot of different things every single day. You can't even beat him to the ballpark anymore. He's here so early.
2 up, 2 down, and Shonowell will stand in. Nolan has an opportunity tonight to beat up on Ginn. He's homered off him in the past. 3 home runs so far this year, and a fly ball to right hit pretty well. Cortez back for it. Out near the warning track, Cortez has room to end the inning.
We need to talk about soda, because Poppy's changed it for the better forever. It's a bubbly, bold, better for you soda that still gives you that iconic fizzy flavor you can't resist. With 5 grams of sugar and ingredients you can love. You can have your soda and drink it too. Poppy, soda's back, but so much better.
People say that radical hospitality is a thing of the past. But at Tecovas, we beg to differ. We pour everything into helping you make the West your own. Come visit us and see what's in store for you.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, Es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Score in the top of the second as we go downstairs tonight. Erica Weston is on assignment. Really, she just has the day off. But Ken French is here. How's it going, Frenchie?
Yeah, Wayne, thank you very much. With Walbert Ureña on the hill here this evening, I chatted with Kurt Suzuki earlier on today, and I asked him, do me a favor and put that catcher's mask on for me and tell me the advice you would give a young pitcher before a big series. He said the first thing is make him comfortable, and it's about simplifying things, lean into your strengths, kind of like that off-speed pitch, that changeup you guys have been talking about. But number two is trust. He would say, you know what, we've got this. In the pregame meeting, you need to trust me. You need to trust that I'm going to put you in the best possible position to find success. And guys, as we send it back upstairs, Gooby, I wanted to ask you, early on in your career, what was that trust factor like with your catcher, and how important was that?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, I was lucky. Don Slide initially, then Jim Sundberg.
Caught by Shotwell, leaping grab to Rob Soderstrom.
And when I had my catcher put down the right sign to my first baseman catch a line drive, that's always even a better sign right there. No, but I always to have trust in your catcher, because that way you don't have to go out there and think too much. Just trust the game plan and know exactly what he needed to do to be able to put down the right sign, and you just go out there and execute. It's just like you saw Shotwell execute that leap up there. Look at him, the hops. Shotwell, wow, with the hops.
One out, and Henry Bolte will be the batter. I would just change it to Bolt if I was him.
Yes.
Especially when you're kind of a quick runner the way that Bolte is. Bolte so far 5 for 13 as a major leaguer.
That's a great changeup.
It's an unbelievably good changeup.
And it's be that comfortable to throw in the right-handed batters too. So far, he's used his changeup and his sweeper. The righties, he got Rooker out on it.
And you say it was one of your former catcher's birthdays today, Jim Sundberg?
Jim Sundberg, yes. 75.
It'll make you feel good to have a 75-year-old former battery man.
You feel really good.
Ground ball softly hit. Zach Neto charges in and throws out not Bolt, although he runs like a Bolt, Bolte.
And when he throws at righties and lefties, let's take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. What Ureña will throw to the lefties and the righties. He's been real successful against lefties. You see that 45% changeup usage, more sinkers to righties. I still think when you look at that sweeper, that's going to be the big pitch against righties. That changeup against lefties is devastating, but he needs that sinker and sweeper working against right-handed batters. Have been successful against them so far.
2 outs. Here is McNeil batting .274. Former National League batting champion back in 2022 with the Mets. And as a lefty, well, he's in trouble there against Ureña.
I mean, look at that slugging percentage. The difference, 200 points higher for righties. It shouldn't be ever be that case for a right-handed pitcher.
Well, if the sweeper ends up being a more productive pitch, it won't be the case for Ureña.
Exactly. I remember with McNeil, he's a guy that always puts the ball in play, too. Very difficult guy to strike out.
He is a well-trained golfer, and he has always said that his golf game, the chips and the wedges and such, help him make contact, especially on pitches down in the zone. He'll just take the short little swing to stay alive. 2 balls and 1 strike here on McNeil. He lines this ball toward right. It's Joe Adell with a good jump, ranging over to make the catch. 1, 2, 3 in the second for Ureña.
Chevy drivers needed. Giannis Antetokounmpo just became the first athlete shareholder of Kalshi, where you can trade on anything from culture to the weather.
But more importantly, I can participate in key corporate decisions while optimizing the company's internal operation and financial. Actually, I'm about to dive in Q1 earnings.
This is a really exciting partnership.
I'm trying to focus.
Trade on anything with Kalshi.
If if you need help moving and unpacking, you could ask your cousin Casey, who she hired last year.
Hey, girl.
Hey, what movers did you... Sorry, are you still moving?
Or, here's a smarter move. Go with Thumbtack. The pros we know have earned over 14 million 5-star reviews. For your next home project, try Thumbtack. We know homes. Hire the right pro today.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss, yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it, back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
For the game today, going to Jefferson Starship. Find your way back to that feel at the plate where when about the 22nd or 21st game of the season, there was a lot of home runs hit, a lot of balance in the lineup, a lot of runs scored. Just find your way back to those good, quiet, relaxed approaches at the plate to do some damage on the offensive side.
Well, it's been a long, long road over these last 26 games. 5-21 is the record for the Angels, and offensively they have struggled throughout it, scoring 2 runs or fewer in 8 of the last 9 games and 17 of those 21 losses.
And with that 0 in the first inning, they hadn't scored a run in the first innings until you go back to May 5th. It's a lot of pressure you're putting on your pitching staff. You just got to be relaxed at the plate. That's the only way to be successful with your hands at the plate.
2 balls and 1 strike on Jorge Soler, whose average has fallen to .218 with his recent struggles. Angels were set down in order in the first inning tonight by J.T. Ginn.
He is seeing a lot of pitches away. A lot of pitches away.
He's powered all fields. He just has not really made that adjustment. Hit the ball sharply the other way. He's plenty capable of being able to do so. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Soler. A breaking ball wipes him out. 2 strikeouts for Ginn, and that's the first out of the second.
Yeah, that's that slider going away. Pretty good break to it. Perfect spot again, pitching him away. You know, that game he had 2 doubles against the Dodgers. They were both on the inner part of the plate, and he made him pay for it. So he's going to have to look out over the plate and drive a few of those baseballs to right center where, like you mentioned, Wayne, he's got a lot of power that way.
Yohan Moncada, 3 home runs on the year, takes ball 1. Keep an eye on the lefties in the lineup today. 4 of them against Ginn, because that has been a dramatic mismatch for Ginn throughout his major league career. A little better this year, but still gets hit sharply, and including this ground ball that Hernandez catches up to and fires it to Kurtz for the out.
Boy, playing almost directly behind the bag, but still on that shortstop side. He's able to field that. You see where he's at. He's still on the shortstop side of the bag. As soon as that baseball was hit, he's already prep stepping, moving that way to make a nice play.
Just a massive target at first base in Kurtz. He's had a bit of a moment before getting the grip on that, but plenty of arm strength to retire Moncada. 2 up, 2 down, 5 in a row for Ginn. Joe Adell bats and takes ball 1. 6 homers against the A's last year out of the 37 that Adell ended up with, 4th most in the American League.
So that'd be 1/6 of his home runs if my math is correct.
Right, just about. Yeah, your math is incredible.
Oh yes.
This one is popped up, and I think you can do the math here.
F3?
1, 2, 3. Well,
yes.
That too.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient? A whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, Es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
Welcome back to the Big A. Top of the third inning. We have no score. Kent French with you. And what a great event that took place earlier today here at the Big A. A group of students from Community Roots Academy in Laguna Niguel presented their projects on City of the Future. A bunch of third grade students. Brent Suter was there to ask some questions, and it was about recycling, reusable energy, and really just for a better planet. Right now I'm with Jeremy Cavallero, who's the president of the Academy. My goodness, what a wonderful afternoon that was. Please describe some of the projects that were presented.
Well, the students, the 3 different classes created 3 different cities, and they also did these pullouts, like a zoom in on certain aspects of sustainability. They had agriculture and transportation, all types of renewable energy, and it was really fantastic. And to be able to be connected with the Angels on that, it was awesome to have Brent out there. It was such a treat. The kids really, you know, they put almost 3 months worth of work into it, and to culminate today, it was really special.
There's so much conversation surrounding energy these days. How enthusiastic were these third graders, of all people, to get involved and try to come up with some solutions?
They were extremely excited, and what they put together were different models of baseball stadiums that were actually solar powered.
Really?
And several of them actually were working models, and they were had solar energy powering the models.
Now, when you looked at some of these projects, were you even going, wait a second, that could actually work? I could see this being, you know, put into use.
Absolutely. Well, it wasn't an accident that we had a solar-powered stadium there. So, yeah, we'd really love to see that. And even some sustainable agriculture, getting some fresh salads and organic foods into the stadium would be amazing. You know, some stadiums are even growing their own food around the country. So, why not?
I love how you're making this marriage between the environment and baseball. The Angels are involved. Did it make it even more special for the kids to be here and to present those projects?
Presenting here is just a great stage for us. One of the things that we do at our school is we really teach about presentation skills, talking with people, persuasion, and to do it to an audience that they hadn't met. We told them they're high-level executives. These are people who make decisions. You want to impress them. And so it really took it to the next level. And then for them to have this game afterward is unbelievable. This is all of our school here tonight, and everyone's so happy to be a part.
There's just an energy coming from you that I love about this project. I can imagine what those kids were exuding earlier today. Jeremy, thank you so much for spending time. Thank you for everything you do, and best of luck down the road.
Thanks so much. I appreciate being here.
All right, fellas, let's send it back to you guys.
That was really cool. That was really cool, the things they were able to do there. Wow, it's talent.
A lot of talent from Walbert Ureña, especially with how his changeup has looked tonight.
Already 5 swing and misses on his changeup now. I'm liking his sweeper too so far tonight. Oh yeah, he's throwing 99 too, just for fun.
He struck out Zach Geloff with a changeup on a 3-2 pitch. He's ahead of Daryl Hernandez. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A fly ball to right, shallow. It's Joe Adell trotting in for it. That's 8 straight retired by Ureña since he walked the first batter of the game, Carlos Cortez. He has certainly been a blue moon bright spot for the Angels so far this month.
Yeah, he's been throwing the ball exceptionally well. I like what he's doing as far as lowest opponent's batting average in the month of May. It's 137. I mean, his stuff is, we say it often, it plays. And the more he gets comfortable on the mound, the more he gets confident, the better he is going to be.
Including tonight, opponents are 7 for 59 against him in the month of May. It's a span of now 19 innings pitched, giving up just 7 hits and 4 runs this month.
That's a strike there, by the way, but because of that challenge in the first inning.
That ball just clipped to the inside corner, but Cortez now hammers one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I used to love that. That's just a strike.
That's a 400-foot strike. No big deal.
Get right back in the count.
Cortez, another guy that has some Mets ties. JT Ginn was drafted by the Mets as well. We talked about McNeil. Cortez drafted by New York as he fouls one away. It's 1-2.
He's thrown quite a few sweepers and a lot of them for strikes so far.
Now, the changeup has been his put away pitch. 28% put away percentage on that, 4th best in baseball. See if he puts Cortez away with it here. Setting him up first.
Yeah, he was saying, you know, I'm going to get a punch out with my fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Cortez, the only base runner so far for the A's. He walked on 4 pitches to start the game. Ureña, though, has put away the A's other 8 hitters no problem. Now Cortez just flips his bat at that changeup to stay alive.
You can see how good that changeup has been. The outs in May with his changeup, 24 outs, leads the American League in that category. Remember, he's just a rookie. 24 outs with a changeup. Such a difficult pitch to learn so early in a career, but he has it. He has it locked in.
Fastball missing to Cortez, 3-2. Ureña took a little bit of a walk after that. Maybe just frustrated.
Yeah, because he overthrew that one. You don't want to overthrow the sinker, because the sinker, if you overthrow, it's going to flatten out. It might be harder, but it's going to flatten out a lot more.
Changeup, Cortez laid off at ball 4. So Cortez had to battle a little harder to work this walk. But he has been put on base twice by Ureña in the first 3 innings. He's their only base runner. And now ×2 as Langeliers bats next.
He was able to hold up even from that angle there. And you know, I mentioned it before, Langeliers, he took the first pitch last at bat only because 4 pitches in a row to Cortez were out of the strike zone. I don't think he's taken the first pitch this time.
Langeliers fly to center field his first time. Chops this one to third base. Moncada backhands, reads the signature for too long and throws it too late to first. Yohan Moncada, for whatever reason, lackadaisical on that play. And Shea Langeliers beat it out rather easily.
Oh, plenty of time to even make a play if you get rid of it.
That is just way too long.
And now you're facing an extremely dangerous hitter instead of being in the dugout right now. Pretty amazing speed for a catcher, 29.2 feet per second. The lead is 30 feet per second.
2 outs. Here's Nick Kurtz taking ball 1. Well, that's something that Moncada should know. That Langeliers does have better speed than most catchers. In fact, when he first got to the A's, he was their registered fastest player on StatCast 4 years ago.
And for me, that shouldn't even be a hit. That should be a fielder's choice.
Chose to take too long. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kurtz. 2 outs. Ureña does get charged with a hit there, the first allowed tonight. And now it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Kurtz. It's the 40-game on-base streak. In a single season, the A's record belongs to McGuire at 48. Good pitch there on the changeup, swung over top of by Kurtz.
Remember, he got him looking on the changeup the last at bat.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Upstairs, ball 3. Now the runners will get a head start. Cortez from second base and Langeliers from first.
You're also throwing him a minimum of 6 extra pitches in this inning.
Well, full count on the way. And Kurtz fouls it off. We saw yesterday in the 4th inning a 5-run inning for the Dodgers after a miscue at first base when Hesung Kim had a grounded to first. Nolan Shotwell took responsibility for that, saying that should have just thrown to second base there instead of messing with the speedy Kim. Simply forgot that Kim could outrun that play. And the Angels paid for that after. And here's Kurtz with a pop-up. Ureña trying to pitch out of it. Moncada backpedaling is under it, and he has this one to end the inning.
Go all in on game nights with MLB Plus. Catch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcast of every game. Even stream minor league action and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
You read every label at the grocery store, but have you read your dog's food label? Sundays for Dogs gently air dries meat and superfoods to preserve nutrients and flavor. It's healthy, complete nutrition with no artificial preservatives, fillers, or synthetics. Plus, there's no refrigeration or thawing required. Just scoop and serve. See the difference real food makes in your dog's life. Get 30% off your first box today.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season,
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
postseason,
Can you believe what we just saw?
every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
And well, so is the entire American League West right now. Everyone in the division is 500 or under. The A's in first at 23-23. Fairly unusual to be in first place with this low of a record. You see, in 1994, the Angels were 21-25 at this point in the season, and that was good enough for first place in the American League West that year. In fact, at the time of the strike, the Texas Rangers were in first place with a record of 52-62. They were 10 under, and they were in first place. That was in the middle of August.
All that matters is getting to the playoffs. It's all that matters.
Josh Lowe leads off the bottom of the third.
The Cardinals win that one year in 06. What do you have?
83.
83, yes. We won our division that year in Kansas City, one year in 84 with 84 wins. So it doesn't matter as long as you get there.
I believe 82 is the record for the fewest wins by a division winner. I wonder, in that 80 or in the 94 season, it would have been a miracle for one of those teams to get to 82 wins. No balls, 2 strikes on Josh Lowe as he chops one foul. Would have been possibly the first time a team won its division under 500. The 1973 Mets won 82 games, the lowest number of wins ever for a division winner in a full season. And then they beat the Big Red Machine in the National League Championship Series. They almost won the World Series against the A's. Win 7 games. JT Ginn punches out Josh Lowe. He has struck out the first hitter in each inning.
So for Hoppy right here, you got to look and try to do some damage on a sinker in first pitch. If he throws one in that zone. Slightly in, but still, that's the thought process, especially when you look at percentage of times they'll throw a first pitch fastball.
Two balls and no strikes on Ohapi. Only 2 extra base hits so far this year for Logan. Still battling through some irritation with that wrist that put him on the IL as well. He's had 87 at bats for the year. And he just absolutely tortured A's pitching in West Sacramento last May. And by the end of that series, had 14 home runs. It was roughly this time of the year when that happened. And then he only had 5 home runs the rest of the season and has not picked it up yet to this point this year.
As most power guys, he's streaky, so you just need one of those good swings to get that power stroke together.
2 balls and 1 strike. I think Logan's so big and strong, he could hit a few home runs just by accident.
If you could just see him drive one out in the right center field, that would really get him going.
Ginn has retired the first 7 in a row. And now 8 straight as Ohapi is down on strikes.
Well, you just stayed in a lot with that sinker. And I guarantee you, they know that wrist too. He just came back not that long ago with his wrist, little fracture in his wrist. So you're going to throw inside on him.
Angels actually signed Austin Wynns the other day to a minor league contract. He had began the season with the A's. A catcher who's been around a little bit, mostly as a backup.
Again, pretty efficient too. This is only his 27th pitch coming, and we're in the 3rd inning with 2 outs.
He has faced 8 hitters. He has struck out 4. We talked about his numbers on the road. 1 ball, 1 strike on Frazier. Again, in his last couple of starts, has only allowed 2 runs in 14 innings. Just 1 earned run. Worked 6 his last start against the Cardinals. Went 8 innings against the Phillies on May 7th. Struck out 8 in that game. As Frazier hits a fair ball down the first base line, and it's 9 up, 9 down for JT Ginn.
From your favorite team, the Phillies walked it off, to the league's biggest stars.
Jaw-dropping stuff from Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I know that guy. Great player.
Stay in the know all season long on Play Ball, only on MLB Network.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yatloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Who had really swung the bat so well against the Halos. Take a look at our StatCast meeting powered by Google Cloud. The pitch sequence, Ureña, sweeper, 4 straight, and then a changeup. Love that sweeper. Needs that pitch to be consistent, especially against right-handed batters. And then he finished him off with a changeup too, a nasty changeup. He had to be thinking, if I'm going to get anything other than a sweeper, it would be a fastball. You got a changeup instead.
Second time around for Rooker now, and that fastball just missed the outside corner. See there that it is off the plate. Nothing to challenge.
94 mile-an-hour changeup too. Oh yeah, then I'll throw a sinker 95 right in the same plane. That's nasty.
Rooker just 41 strikeouts this year, striking out a little less than usual, but still a lot. Inside out's a high fly ball to right, backing up Adele over to the warning track. Adele makes the catch. 1 out here in the 4th.
Go back to the first couple of pitches there to Rooker there. Starts him off with a changeup just barely off the outside corner. 94. Then he comes back with a sinker, same plane, and paints the corner, brings it back just a little bit more so. That's the thing that I think it makes that changeup. His sinker changeup combo, they play off each other so well, both the righties and lefties.
Here's Tyler Soderstrom, who lined out to a leaping Shotwell his first time. Swings through the changeup.
And that one a little bit. That one is an 86-mile-an-hour changeup.
Is he taking something off, or is Statcast not registering something right?
He's taking something off. I mean, if you can do that. And then he throws one at 92.
No balls, 2 strikes on Soderstrom.
Doug Jones was the guy that threw a changeup, and he threw a changeup off the changeup, and he threw a changeup off the changeup off the changeup.
Well, if I recall, he threw about 40 miles an hour.
Yes.
Here's a fly ball to left center field. Trout with good speed closing in, calls off the left fielder and makes the catch. That was a defensive clinic right there from Trout.
Yeah, good communication also. I remember Josh Lowe, when he first came over to the Angels, he goes, I get to play the outfield with Mike Trout. It's got to be a good feeling. Mike Trout just called me off on a fly ball, too.
2 outs, and Henry Bolte will bat. I remember Doug Jones closing some games for the Cubs, and I did not enjoy that experience.
He had over 300 career saves.
He did, and he had all 300 of them somewhere else.
Yeah, with Cleveland, I know that.
Here's a bouncing ball. Moncada charges for this one, and he cannot hang on to it. And with Bolte's speed, he might not have had him anyway. Moncada aggressive, or at least more aggressive on that play, as Bolte will have an infield hit.
I mean, you got to believe he's going to be thinking about being on the move, especially with McNeil and the way he handles the bat.
Off the heel of the glove of Moncada there, brings up McNeil. Let's see if Bolte does take off in this scoreless game. Had 44 steals in the minor leagues last year.
He's got a big lead.
McNeil grounds it right at Neto, and it's off his glove into center field. So that'll be an error on Zach Neto. That is already error number 7, actually error number 8, because they just added one to his ledger today in a scoring change in Cleveland.
He just took his eye off the baseball. He's already thinking about stepping on the bag.
There's no reason to rush with 2 outs there.
No.
You had an out in front of you or an out at first. No need to rush on that play. Neto hurried himself into an E6. So Ureña has to pick up the defense for a second straight inning. Zach Geloff is the batter.
That's the thing, too. Even as a young pitcher, you want to pick up your infielder here. You know that Zach Neto feels bad. It's your best way to pick him up is get a quick out here.
Ureña threw 7 pitches to Kurtz after Moncada couldn't get Langoliers at first with 2 outs in the last inning. So that's now 8 pitches beyond what should have been the 3rd out in each of the last 2 innings for Walbert Ureña. Instead of 57 pitches here through 4 innings, he's at 65 with still an out left to get in the 4th. He's behind Geloff, 2-0. Geloff had a good rookie year a couple of years ago and kind of fell off, had the shoulder problem last year.
The most difficult thing, especially for any pitcher, especially a young pitcher, is to clear those last 2 plays out of your mindset right away, and it's tough to do that.
And Geloff gets hit by the pitch. There's a changeup, but still got him pretty square. And Geloff will try to make his way to first here, which will load the bases.
And that's part of it right there. You're trying to do too much after a couple plays like that. You see, that's not moving at all. Gets him, at least gets him on that guard on that elbow area. I think it's a great time right now for Mike Maddox going out. You see, at least got him protected in that spot, even though it still hurts no matter what. But Geloff's going to make its way down after that one. He's been battling a number of different injuries. He's a tough kid. Mike Maddox out to the mound right now, just trying to say, hey, listen, you're doing your job here. You got a couple ground balls, unable to make some plays on it. Just got to clear your mind right here. Hernandez is a guy that's got real good career numbers against the Angels, too. He's a 381 career hitter against the Halos. So this is a tough at bat here, too. Just clear your mind, know you can make a pitch, and get through this inning, and they get all that momentum going at the top of the order for you on the offensive side. So this is a big moment for the youngster here. See how you can clear that right away here.
Hernandez flied out to right field his first time and takes strike 1 from Ureña.
I love that first pitch changeup. Hit Geloff with a changeup though, but Was a little bit more overthrown on that one. Comes right back with a good changeup.
2 out, nobody on. The A's have since loaded the bases. There's a bouncer to third. Moncada has this. He'll step on the bag.
Great job, Ureña. What a job that was for the youngster.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network. Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
This Memorial Day, shop one of Avocado's biggest sales of the year. Upgrade your sleep with a certified organic mattress. Made without polyurethane foams, so it's comfortable, supportive, and naturally cool. Save up to 20% on our award-winning mattresses. Sleep with a purpose at avocadomattress.com or select retailers nationwide.
Here at Angel Stadium Friday, May 22nd. The Rangers will be in town. You can walk away with a new addition to your hat collection. First 25,000 fans get a camo trucker hat courtesy of Angels Radio AM 830. Angels.com/promotions for more info. This kid's ready to go.
Yes. He's ready to start cheering for some offense here. Top of the order here. No traffic at all for the Halos yet. But I'll tell you what, Ureña, that shows me something right there. What a job he did to get through that with no damage done.
Well, 2 innings in a row after a miscue in the infield. Ureña was able to pitch through it without the A's scoring. Angels are looking for their first base runner against JT Ginn. 9 up, 9 down to start the day. Normally, Ginn is at his worst the first time through the lineup. Tends to get better as the night goes along. Can't get any better than this, though. As Neto, it's a one-hopper to third base, smothered by Geloff on the backhand pick. And Neto's the first out. Well, Mike Trout heads to the plate, and guess what? He is our Kia player profile.
No way.
He certainly, I'm telling you, he is. And he has crushed the division. Most career home runs by team. Seattle 56, Texas 46, and the A's 42. You know, the Angels have beaten the A's more than any other franchise except for the Texas Rangers. The Angels have 500 all-time wins against the A's. They have 518 against the Rangers. And they'll play them next.
They've had some epic battles when you go back to 02 when the Angels won the World Series and the A's won the division that year. So many close games and very even as far as wins and losses between the two teams. He's staying in on the righties with his sinker a lot.
2 balls, no strikes on Trout. Angels just trying to get somebody to first. Put a little pressure on JT Ginn here. Check swing foul by Trout. How many pitches for Ginn? 33 to face 10 hitters so far. Only A-Rod and Rafael Palmeiro with more homers against the A's since the beginning of divisional play in 1969. He's moved to California just a few years before that. As Trout rolls one over to third. Geloff charges, grabs it, throws it on the run, and Kurtz able to hang on to it to retire Trout. 2 outs.
The Trout got down the line quickly on that one. Geloff, we've seen him play second. He's played some short, played pretty solid third base right there on that play. Had to come in quickly. Remember, he got hit on his elbow with a pitch. Perfect firm throw, and that's a big man scooping that up. Baseball was probably afraid to go near the body. He wanted to win the glove and not get hurt.
Trout was over 30 feet per second there, running at elite speed. Not that far away from his 35th birthday, and he is still a tremendous world-class athlete.
Yeah, he got himself in really good shape. Not as much heavy lifting. He is much quicker.
1 ball, 1 strike on Shonowell. I think you're the one doing all the heavy lifting. Shonowell flied out to deep right his first time, gave it a pretty good ride. Cortez grabbed it on the warning track. 2 balls and 1 strike to count on Nolan. Hitting .313 dating back to April 27th as his average for the year. Sitting at .256 right now. .254 after the out.
.352 career hitter against the Athletics also. Thing is, these are quick innings too, and Ureña's had a battle with the last few innings. Much of a breather. He'd love to see some runs, but he also like to see some long at bats.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count on Shonowell. That is a check swing and strike 3. So JT Ginn has been perfect through the first 4 innings tonight.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by Amazon, Saturdays 12:30 Eastern on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
With Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness, free 24/7 confidential support in English and Spanish. Text MLB to 741-741. 5th inning, no score. Carlos Cortez has walked twice against Walbert Ureña. Has only 2 walks so far. First pitch swinging here. It's a bouncing ball to the right side. Ureña covers first and beats Cortez for the first down.
Another out with his changeup. We talked about 24 here in the month of May. He's got 3 punch-outs with his changeup today. 1 looking on Kurtz. Then that changeup after a couple sweepers on Rooker. And then that's a perfect one right there. Just down and out of the strike zone against Geloff. But that's a quick out where he needed that one there.
Shea Langeliers stands in here. Had what was ruled a base hit and a bouncing ball to third. It was a routine play, but Yoan Moncada took too long to get it across the infield. Langeliers was awarded a base hit. One of just 2 hits for the A's. The other was a bouncing ball in front of Moncada at third that he could not hold on to, with Henry Bolte bolting up the line. Here's another chance for Moncada. A little quicker on the release this time to get Langeliers. 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th.
Some ground ball action here for Ureña. Coming in the game, 52.6% ground ball rate.
You know, really one of the bright spots for the Angels in this first 7 weeks or so of the season has been the emergence, and perhaps rather sudden emergence, of Walbert Ureña. Kind of won a job in camp after finishing last year at AAA, but he was at AA most of last season. But he won a job on the pitching staff during spring training. And then had that rough outing in Houston in his second major league appearance. Was sent back to the minor leagues, brought up fairly quickly to return as a starter. And he has been an enormous bright spot ever since.
I love talking to Mike Maddox about him too, and he just has a smile on his face because Mike Maddox is always a believer in changeups. And when he sees that changeup, he throws. And then when you go back to that game against Houston, it was his throwing over to first base that really set up that tough outing. Otherwise, he's been throwing the ball exceptionally well. He could have easily picked up a few more wins if a couple leads got away late by the bullpen. Not a lot of run support, but he's been throwing the ball really well.
He certainly has been. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Nick Kurtz with 2 out and the bases empty here in the 5th inning already.
What's that? He has. That's a pretty good take. Sinker the pitch before. I mean, he's been changing speeds pretty well with his changeup from 86, 88, 92, 94.
2-2. Kurtz hammers one down the first base line fair as that rolls all the way to the right field corner. Kurtz headed for second base as Joe Adell gets it in, will hold him to a double. It's the first extra base hit for the A's tonight.
That was a changeup, was just placed perfectly down the line, not hit real hard either. Hit on top of the baseball, playing well off the line. Shawnawell gets it right down the line.
It's the 41st consecutive game now reaching base safely for Kurtz.
Big batter here now for Ureña and the Angels. Great pitch. He's going to challenge it. He's going to be wrong on that one.
A's challenge powered by T-Mobile for Rooker. Kurtz now tying Eddie Juiced for the 6th longest consecutive on-base streak in A's history. Dating back to 1969, he's second on the list, only behind McGuire. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Painted fastball away. Throw a changeup down and in.
This will be the 80th pitch of the night for Ureña, trying to get through a 5th scoreless inning. Trying to match zeros with JT Ginn, who is yet to allow a base runner tonight. 0-2 on Rooker. Little looper, shallow right. Adell coming in and trying to make a shoestring catch. He's got it.
Wow. It took a while for the umpires to call it. At second base, not the first base umpire calls it.
Sliding catch for Adell. We'll see if the A's challenge. They will not.
Another run save for Joe Adell.
In the clutch, Joe Adell with a great grab.
You hear that? It's so quiet. Not like last week. What a hassle.
Oh, man.
The reason you were stopped is you weren't wearing your seatbelt.
It's like the easiest thing.
I didn't get why it was such a big deal. Oh, now I know why.
You read every label at the grocery store, but have you read your dog's food label? Sundays for Dogs gently air dries meat and superfoods to preserve nutrients and flavor. It's healthy, complete nutrition with no artificial preservatives, fillers, or synthetics. Plus, there's no refrigeration or thawing required. Just scoop and serve. See the difference real food makes in your dog's life. Get 30% off your first box today.
pill. This is Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks. Rose Sparks.
Rose Sparks is a fast-acting solution because it dissolves under your tongue. Rose Sparks. Guys, get started today.
Connect with a provider to find out if Rose Sparks are right for you.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Nothing in the bottom of the fifth. Soler, Moncada, then Joe Adell. How often do you see a guy make a great catch to end an inning and then bat third in the next inning?
I can't even count how many times that's possible. Another defensive run saved by Joe Adell. And somehow that I keep looking, I keep wondering how many he has saved, and you still see like a 0 up there. Even though he's robbed 4 home runs this year.
Yes, he has. He robbed 4 home runs outright.
That's saving a run, isn't it?
I would think that's automatic. Soler struck out his first time. Ginn has retired all 12 he has faced. This was a nice play by Adell as he makes a sliding shoestring catch.
Good slide, too. Trotty loving that play.
And so is Ureña.
Oh, yes, he's really loving that play.
1 ball, 1 strike on Soler. This is the 4th start in May for Ureña. His ERA is now 1.71.
He's got 1 win to show for that.
Well, he get in line for a win here tonight if the Angels score in this inning. Figure Ureña will get 1 more inning considering the pitch count. Remember, he threw about 10 extra pitches after a couple of innings should have been over. Soler just cannot lay off that slider from Ginn. It's strike 3.
Yeah, he threw that 1 pitch in his zone, the inside pitch, just to show him in, and then went back out away against him. Every time I look at Ginn throwing, he reminds me not quite as tall as Tim Belcher, but a very similar delivery that Tim Belcher had. We showed him in his fight with Chen-O Park a number of times in the last series against the Dodgers, but he was a real good pitcher too. Bring the glove over the head, compact delivery, and drive to the plate.
Belcher himself was a Dodger, and Ginn could have been. The Dodgers drafted him in 2018 as a 1st-round pick out of high school, but he wanted to go to college. He elected to go to Mississippi State. Then he needed Tommy John surgery while he was there, so he ended up being a 2nd-round pick out of college when the Mets drafted him, and they traded him to the A's in 2022 when the Mets got Chris Bassett.
Well, Belcher was part of that staff that beat the A's in '88.
1 ball, 1 strike on Moncada. 2 balls and 1 strike now. 1988 Dodgers.
That was still a shocking upset in the World Series that year. That A's team in '88 was just, wow, they had some players.
It was the beginning of 3 straight World Series appearances for them. 2 balls make that 3 balls and a strike. The A's, though, have not been to the World Series since that run, which ended in 1990. They were swept by the Reds that year. They swept the Giants themselves in '89. It was the last World Championship in A's history. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Moncada is the first Angels base runner tonight. After Ginn retired 13 straight, it's a 1-out walk here in the 5th. Joe Adell will stand in after a drive with Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
All right, waiting for me right now. Joe Adell swinging the first pitch. This will be the first pitch out of the stretch for Ginn tonight. Just be ready that first pitch.
It's an important note when it comes to Ginn, because he has just this year decided to start using a full windup.
Well, the Nats are back.
That umpire Nestor Ceja in charge of swatting them away tonight. Second base umpire Chris Guccione is the crew chief, and I think he was explaining again what the issue is there.
It would be a good feeling if you're a pitcher, you see a batter going swinging a bat after a called strike. walking towards you. You might step back yourself.
The ball's in 1 strike. Goodell fouled out his first time to Kurtz. It's a bad night for Nats. The Washington Nationals are down 16-7 against the Mets tonight in the 12th inning. Mets scored 10 in the top of the 12th.
That's not a good inning for your staff.
Washington making 4 errors in that game as well to help the Mets along. Mets have played a lot better. With a win tonight, they'll be 11-5 in the month of May.
Between them and the Phillies, all of a sudden they're right back in the East.
Phillies are above 500. Meanwhile, Adele has a seat chasing that slider again. What is it about that pitch that is getting right-handers out so often?
And it really has been hit really hard all season long, too. I think part of it is when you look at the sequences before that slider is thrown, Wayne, he's throwing that sinker, backing it up in the outside corner, and then you throw that slider, same spot it starts with, and it breaks off the plate as compared to that sinker running in and catching the inside corner. He's pitching really well right now.
With 7 strikeouts tonight. His career high is 9, which came last August in Baltimore. We saw Roki Sasaki reach a new career high in strikeouts yesterday, and really in the last couple of years we've seen a number of pitchers either have a season high or a career high in strikeouts in a game against this Angels team that strikes out a lot. Josh Lowe punched out his first time. And a one-handed swing there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he tied him up with a cutter in. Now if he can get hold of a ball down that right field line, he's running for a while.
Lowe does have 6 hits in his last 16 at bats, trying to get that average to creep up. One ball, 1 strike. Moncada's at first, the only base runner so far for the Halos, drawing a walk in this inning. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now and low. Padres lead the Dodgers tonight 1-0. First meeting between those 2 division rivals this year. Michael King has been sharp early in a pitcher's duel against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Dodgers enter the night just a half game in front of the Padres in the National League West. And again, we mentioned over the weekend, they only play each other once after the 4th of July weekend this year. That's hard to believe.
Yes.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Josh Lowe and a throw to first.
I can't imagine there's be a seat available down in San Diego tonight.
3-game series this week and then another at the end of June there, which will be a weekend series. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lowe. Seattle's up on the White Sox 2-0 in the 4th. Brian Wu starting for the Mariners. White Sox have had the most runs scored in the major leagues over the last month. They had 10 homers over the weekend against the Cubs.
Oh, fan unable to make that play down below.
Well, about 10 fans couldn't. That ball trickled down like it was Plinko. Moncada's running. It's ball 3. Moncada has a stolen base.
First of the season. First attempt of the season.
It's a good pitch to run on.
Langeliers is thrown out and almost 29% of base stealers this season. But a great jump, no chance, not able to control it anyhow, but he had a good jump.
It's his first as an Angel. He did not have one last year either.
Now base hit could give the Halos a lead. Outfielders playing really deep except for left field.
It's the longest at bat for the Angels so far tonight, and it ends with a tapper toward the mound. Ginn fields that and throws out low.
Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fabletics, because right now everything is 80% off, including shirts, tees, polos, and shorts, pants, joggers. Perfect for the gym, office, or golf. Get 80% off everything right now when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
New Skechers Aeroburst, running shoes that push the laws of aerodynamics. It all starts with Skechers Hyperburst technology, supercritical foam that gives Aeroburst unbelievable response and propulsion, plus a carbon-infused H-plate that returns more energy. Skechers Aeroburst.
My paycheck was just deposited into my Greenlight account.
Greenlight is so convenient. You know, we had to use a vacuum tube.
Where is it going?
Bring your family into the financial future.
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows. Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a Download the app today.
What actually works? I want to understand the choices I'm making. Now I know. Thorn.
This is Fubo. It's your way to watch your local teams all season long. Starting at only $14.99 a month. Plus, you can watch 4 games at once with Multiview. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
It's been a good old-fashioned mound duel here tonight between Walbert Ureña and JT Ginn. Both have been excellent.
I mean, both throwing a lot of good all-speed pitches, especially the slider for Ginn. The changeup for Ureña has been great tonight so far. 80 pitches for Ureña, only 58 for Ginn so far.
Ureña's had to work around a couple of infield hits and an error, some plays that should have been made behind him. Well, we've talked at length about these gnats that have been invading the home plate area right in the pathway between the pitcher's mound and home plate. I mean, of all the places to form this web of gnats, that is a very rough spot for a baseball game to be unfolding.
It's amazing you don't see them anywhere else but right there.
And this is maybe the most we've seen the umpires be kind of invested in getting rid of these things around home plate. So it's one of the groundskeepers trying to spray them away. That's a big jug of this gnat killer. This was the Mets in the 12th inning tonight.
Yes, it was. Usually you're happy with a couple runs in the extra inning.
No, 10.
Not 10.
That's unreal. Mets did win that game. They won it 16-7. Miami thumped Atlanta tonight 12-0. Braves the best record in baseball, but they got shoved around by the Marlins. Max Myers 6 scoreless innings and a whole bunch of runs in that game. Marlins had 8 RBIs in their 8 and 9 batters tonight.
Well, even when he misses with his changeup, he doesn't miss by a lot. Ureña.
Soderstrom has a 13-game hitting streak against the Angels. That's a chopper here, though. This will make him 0 for 3 tonight as Frazier throws him out. 1 away and a step out for Jack in the Box.
Get my new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal for a chance to win $75,000. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Ureña's ERA entering this inning for the month of May 1.71, the second lowest by an Angels pitcher in a single month since 2023. Easy to guess who is the only one ahead of him is Jose Soriano this year in April.
Yes.
117.
What a perfect spot with that sweeper. I'll tell you what, Wayne, this is the best I've seen him throw a sweeper.
Yeah, which makes him a whole different level of dominant.
Yeah, you go sweeper in the outside corner and you run a changeup in. Again, that was at 87. Change in speed with his changeup.
0-2 the count. Phillies beat the Reds tonight 5-4. The Phillies are 16-4 since they changed managers.
Unbelievable.
Donnie Baseball has transformed the Phillies. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another good sweeper.
I love that sequence. Sweeper, changeups, sweeper. He's had 11 swing and misses with his changeup already. Now he's getting them with the sweeper.
That's a transformational pitch for Ureña. We showed you the numbers against righties earlier. It's all because that sweeper has not been what we have seen tonight. If this is what it is moving forward, he's basically Soriano light, right?
Yep, because
There's a liner over the head of Frazier, just past him, as McNeil hit it hard and just beyond Frazier's reach. 2-out single.
Boy, hit well, just over the head of Frazier. Almost leaped up perfectly for that one.
Got up as high as he could. Played him too low, I think. Here is Geloff, who was hit by a pitch his last time. Struck out in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss. It was the changeup.
Goes right back there, an all-speed pitch. Got some action going on now in the bullpen.
87 pitches.
Sam Bachman getting ready.
0-2
there. Other changeup. 87, 88 change pieces.
Have to ask about that slower changeup he's throwing. It's really a second version of it.
Yeah, he's been 93, 94 with it, and also 87, 88.
No balls, 2 strikes on Geloff. Wouldn't chase the high fastball, 1-2.
You see that high target set up by O'Hoppe there to throw that fastball up. So now as a hitter, you're tracking lower part of the strike zone. That's why I think when you 0-2, it's no need to waste a pitch. He's already got him in a bad position. Just go right after with another changeup at that spot.
Right off the sweeper, it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ureña trying to post 6 scoreless innings. This would match his longest start and would be his first scoreless start if he can keep the A's off the board here. 2-2 on the way. It's still 2-2 with a bouncer foul.
Another good change up there. That was at 90. And you go back to what you were talking about with Soriano, because Soriano has a split. Ureña has a changeup, both same type of action. Both can throw 99 to 101 on their sinkers and 4-seamers, but the knuckle curve is the wipeout pitch for Soriano. Now you're seeing a sweeper here for Ureña tonight.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Broken back ground ball. It's Frazier grabbing it, throw to first, and Walbert Ureña, 6
Look at that bat.
brilliant innings.
The bat's already out in the outfield.
Yeah, the bat did go farther than the ball.
When we started Warby Parker, we just sold glasses, and only online. But people liked them a lot. So we offered more things, like sunglasses and contacts. And then we thought, what if we sold eyewear online and in stores? So we did that. And now we have stores in neighborhoods all over. There you can chat with friendly opticians and get eye exams from top-notch doctors. Now, no matter where you go, we've got your eyes covered.
Giannis Antetokounmpo just became the first athlete shareholder of Kalshi, where you can trade on anything from culture to the weather.
But more importantly, I can participate in key corporate decisions while optimizing the company's internal operation and financial. Actually, I'm about to dive in Q1 earnings.
This is a really exciting partnership.
I'm trying to focus.
Trade on anything with Kalshi.
Cooking a dinner my whole family can enjoy is a piece of chaos. The requests these kids make are really something.
Dad, can I get some strawberries and ketchup?
Home Chef's new family menu has been a lifesaver. With Home Chef's easy 4-serving meals, we get dinner done quicker.
I have to finish my masterpiece.
Do I even want to know?
Home Chef's family menu. The parents who get it,
what?
Get Home Chef. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
Angels baseball on ABTV is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino and by Villa Ford of Orange. Step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange. The plate is basically the last place you want to be tonight.
That's for sure. Great job by Ureña, getting some hugs from everybody. That's an incredible effort by him, especially when there are a couple real tough innings where he had to make great pitches to put up a 0 after extra base runners.
So now his ERA in the month of May is 1.64. He threw 12 pitches today under 90 miles an hour. Of course, that was on just the changeup alone. We'll have to really find out what that kind of second slower changeup was tonight that Ureña was throwing, but it seemed to be working as an additional pitch, basically. A lot of sweepers tonight as well, which were more effective than they have been. And assuming that he is done, this will be his first scoreless start in the big leagues. And really just a continuance of what has now been 4 really good starts in a row.
Getting better and better, more confident.
Swing and a miss by Logan O'Hoppe. Meanwhile, offensively, the Angels are struggling once again. They have not been able to get a hit tonight. They're 0 for 15 against JT Ginn.
Just pulling off that pitch, too. He's got to stay down and think middle, up the middle. He's been trying to do that in batting practice before the game.
Here's a little looper to the middle, but not far enough to get it past the infield as McNeil makes the catch. 1 out. Be one of the first 25,000 fans in attendance at the Big A Monday, June 1st against the Rockies, and walk away with a new City Connect cooler tote, courtesy of Yakult Probiotic Drink. Angels.com/promotions for more info. Adam Frazier will try to get the first hit of the night for the Angels.
He's been busy in the field.
You got to stay ready when you're an infielder with a sinker baller on the mound in the case of Ureña.
That's the way he chokes up on that bat for control. Be able to get to that barrel of the bat more often when he makes contact.
Inside for ball 1. Without a hit tonight, the Angels' home team batting average has now dropped to exactly 200. They've hit as a team only 200 at home. That is hard to fathom in this ballpark. It's not really a pitcher or hitter friendly park, although during the day sometimes the ball will certainly carry.
And the infield's pretty quick, though, for the most part.
Be hitting only 200, only 14 home runs in now 22 home games, compared to 38 in 26 road games. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Frazier. Hard to figure out why the home road splits have been so dramatic to make this a home field disadvantage so far this year for the Angels in terms of their offense.
It is. I mean, when you look at historically, a lot of the players on this roster have hit extremely well in this ballpark.
It's a liner the other way. It is short hopped and grabbed by Hernandez, who's thrown to first. Kurtz with the stretch gets the out.
That's a big man over at first base.
He used all of that 6'5" frame to move toward the foul line and squeeze that one to retire Frazier.
A tough little hop too. Hernandez got a strong throwing arm. It's a wide throw, but that stretch by Kurtz. Such a long stretch, he was not even really in the screen. He was able to make that play.
2 out, nobody on. Here is Zach Neto. He takes ball 1 from JT Ginn. Ginn has no hit the Angels through 5 2/3 innings now tonight. This will be just his 70th pitch. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. It's not the first time the Angels have seen Ginn. Last September, they scored 1 run off him on 5 hits in 5 innings. Last May in Sacramento, they hit a couple of homers off him and scored 4 runs.
Should get a sinker here. Got a sinker well out of the strike zone, over aggressive on it. He knew he was getting a fastball. Neto chased.
2 balls and a strike now. Hyundai 7th inning stretch coming up.
Langeliers wants this pitch down, his sinker. Oh,
Now,
got him.
Ginn hits Neto with that 2-2 fastball, so Neto will take his base here, and the Angels will have a man on with 2 outs here in the 6th. Neto gets hit a lot. Sometimes he doesn't like it. This time I
don't think he, in that spot, he would like to be hit either.
No. It's the 4th time he's been hit this year. Maybe a glancing blow. Neto seems to be okay as he'll head to first.
Now you think, okay, you know, stolen base, so Moncada get a stolen base, but you want Trout to swing the bat. You're already in scoring position at first base here. You want to see Trout actually get a chance to swing the bat with someone on base now. '42 career home runs against the A's. Halos looking for their first hit. They have their guy up here.
Trout has popped out and grounded out today. Neto with a big lead as Ginn throws over. Neto had 7 stolen bases this season.
Looks looked like he was going too.
Pretty big lead again. As Trout takes ball 1.
Trout really good on fastballs in, especially sinkers in. And it's Ginn's best pitch really is his sinker. So you would think this would be a good matchup for Trout. So far he's got that sinker well off the plate and gotten him out twice. Huge lead.
That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Trout.
I'm not so sure that it wasn't.
Trout is the Angels' all-time leader in hit by pitches. Neto is now 7th in franchise history at 50. 2 balls and 1 strike. Neto has quickly climbed up that list. All-time Angels hit batsman leaders.
There's his sinker a lot too in this count. 2-1 count to a righty.
Ground ball. It is bobbled for a moment, but recovered by Geloff, who has plenty on that throw to retire Trout. Angels still without a hit through 6.
Hi, I'm Bobby Witt Jr., ambassador for MLB's Play Ball.
Play ball!
It's an accessible, fun way for kids of all skill levels to learn the game, make new friends, and most importantly, get out and play ball. No prior experience needed. No bat or glove? No problem. We provide participants with their own bat and ball kit so kids can come as they are. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend, June 5th through the 7th. Visit playball.org to register for an event near you today.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
We live the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
We live the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Nissan, designed for people who refuse to settle for less. Visit Nissan.com or your local Nissan dealers. And by StubHub, a proud partner of Angels baseball. There is Reginald Martinez Jackson, Mr. October.
Oh, man, what a player.
Turning 80 today, right?
That's incredible. 80 years old today. 80 years young.
Sam Bachman takes over on the mound here in the 7th inning. Walbert Ureña has been pulled from this game after 6 scoreless innings. Now Bachman starts off Darrell Hernandez with a strike.
What a performance by Ureña today. Excellent job.
Look at a no decision for his efforts. His ERA now 2.70 to begin his major league career.
I mean, he had a lot of pitches under distress too because of a couple plays not made in the infield, and he still stayed under control. That's what Kurt Suzuki told Ken French today. He said he's really poised on the mound. That was impressive about him.
Ended up with 92 pitches thrown, although if it weren't for those couple of plays that you mentioned, he'd probably been at around 80 pitches after 6 innings and probably would still be out here for the 7th. Instead, the Angels go to their bullpen. As Hernandez, it's a chopper up the middle. Neto charges near second, grabs it, and fires to first for the out.
Nice play by Neto on that one there. Kept eye on that glove, right into the baseball, right in the glove, and a firm throw to first base.
So 1 down, Hernandez bounces out, and it's back to the top of the order with Carlos Cortez. It's the 7th inning already. This game has moved along with the 2 starting pitchers putting up zeros through 6. And the Angels do not have a hit yet against JT Ginn, who has thrown only 77 pitches in 6 innings. As for Mark Kotze to think about the length of Ginn's performance here tonight. Well, the A's need to get some runs behind him to make a no-hitter a real option for him. I mean, in theory, with the ghost runner, the Angels could win this game without a hit in extra innings.
Yes, I would. Yeah. Believe me, I've thought about that a few different times. But I never thought it was possible, but it's possible.
No balls and 2 strikes on Cortez, who has walked twice in this game. The only 2 free passes issued by Ureña, in addition to a hit by pitch.
Bachman has a good changeup also. His slider, it's a swing and miss pitch, but he's still 98, 99 with his fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Cortez. He lines it up the middle and threw a base hit.
You go back to Walbert Ureña and his changeup. Take a look at our StatCast 3 powered by Google Cloud. The swing and misses with his changeup, 12 of them. He had 2 strikeouts, but look at the difference in the velocity and speed of those changeups. You got 92, you got 87. You got below the strike zone, in the strike zone. I mean, just to be able to mix and match and change speeds on his changeup is outstanding. Bachman, great pickoff move to first base though here.
Ball 1 to Langeliers, who had a base hit in the 3rd inning, although it was just a routine bouncer to 3rd. Yoel Moncada, with an extended length of time before he made the throw to first, Langeliers beat the throw.
Boy, he tied him up on that one. That's a running action, that fastball. And he can hit a fastball really well too, Wayne. He's on it, but that had some run. That started in the middle of the plate and ran in off the plate on his hands.
Langeliers initially drafted by Atlanta. He was part of the Matt Olson trade. Well, that has certainly worked out for the Braves. This one has started to work out too for the A's. There's a pop-up off the end of the bat near home plate. Hoppy whips the mask away and makes the catch.
That was a not-free pop-up.
So 2 down in the inning. Remember Hoppy used to keep the mask on with those pop-ups.
Yes.
Yeah, that Logan got rid of that mask and tossed it away by about 20 feet, keep it out of his path to try to catch that one. 2 away, and now it's Kurtz. Kurtz doubled his last time.
Well, you just look at Kurtz, how big he is at the plate.
I'll put this guy in the home run derby in Philly this year.
Yes. Go back home for that one.
Mentioned 162 games in now for Kurtz. It's the third highest OPS in A's history. Mark McGuire and Jimmy Fox on that list, and Nap Lajoie, we talked about in Cleveland last week, but he started his career with the A's.
Another good changeup thrown to Kurtz tonight. Good slider, good spot.
Nap Lajoie was the first ever American League batting champion for the Philadelphia A's. He had 426 in 1901.
That's a pretty good season.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Mo, Larry the Cheese.
Bachman blows away Kurtz and keeps this game scoreless into the 7th inning stretch. Well, in Philadelphia, it's still a Phillies.
Within baseball, we are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
As we focus on mental health and wellness.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
So let's be kind to each other and ourselves.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
Go all in on game nights with MLB Plus. Catch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Even stream minor league action and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
Now, the Angels haven't been no-hit since September of 1999. It is the longest streak in the major leagues that is active. Eric Milton was the man that night. 13 strikeouts and a no-hitter against the Angels.
That was in the Metrodome, I think, as I remember.
September 11th, 1999. And that was the last time the Angels have been no-hit. They have been through 6 innings by J.T. Ginn tonight, but it's a scoreless game. And one hit really can change the outcome tonight. If the Angels can get something going, even just one long hit would turn things around.
And a lot of times as a manager too, when your pitcher's dealing like this, it's got a no-hitter going. If you do give up hit, you always feel, oh, there's a chance for a letdown. And if you have a letdown at all, there goes your, the game itself. It's 0-0.
No balls, 2 strikes on Shotwell, who flied to deep right his first time. He's also struck out. Ginn has punched out 7 in this game.
This is where you look for Shotwell to punch that ball to left field now with 2 strikes.
Ginn did pitch 8 innings a couple of outings ago against the Phillies. He has thrown 79 pitches tonight. He threw 96 in that game against the Phils. That's his season high. No balls, 2 strikes on Shotwell. He lays off the high fastball.
There's not a lot of scoring going down in San Diego either. It's 1-0 game there between the Dodgers and the Padres.
King against Yamamoto. Dodgers with 4 hits tonight. Padres have 3, including a home run by Andujar. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 8th strikeout for J.T. Ginn. The last big league starter to throw a no-hitter was Blake Snell when he was still with the Giants in August of 2024 against the Reds.
It's been a long time with that.
There was a combined no-hitter by the Cubs about a month after Snell's. There was not a no-hitter by anyone or any team in the major leagues all of last year and so far this year. Jorge Soler looks at strike 1. This Angels offense has been anemic. going over the last, really the last month, but especially the last week and a half.
He's hoping for something inside here to Soler. And he's painting that outside part of the plate. Unhittable pitches too. That sinker. You see those numbers. They talked about how good his sinker can be, and it's nasty right now.
Last season was the first in 20 years to be a complete full season without a no-hitter. JT Ginn is working on one tonight. Now it's 6 1/3 innings. Ahead of Solero in 2. High fastball. We've seen Ginn wipe out Soler with that slider twice.
I definitely feel the slider because he's already got him set up with that sinker away twice. Well, you would have to assume that slider's coming in now.
Fastball, strike 3 call. Soler has struck out 3 times. Ginn has tied his career high with 9 strikeouts now tonight.
Well, he's done a great job of keeping that front shoulder in. He runs that sinker back and gets to the outside corner so effectively. I mean, when you look at it from that angle, you really don't see the baseball till the last second out of his hand. He's more of a short arm delivery, hides the baseball well.
Here's Moncada with 2 outs and a hot shot, but foul.
I mean, he's under control. It feels like he's not even breathing heavy.
He has no hit the Angels through 6 2/3 innings on 86 pitches now. He's punched out 9, again tying his career high. Moncada drew a walk in the 5th inning. Neto was hit by a pitch. Those are the only 2 Angel base runners against JT Ginn, native of Brandon, Mississippi. He was having one of his best big league nights, probably his best big league night so far tonight.
He threw a changeup there. It was a baseball's fault on that one.
1 ball, 1 strike on Moncada. Of course, in the background of this is a 0-0 game. It's hard to focus entirely on a pitcher throwing a no-hitter because the game result is entirely up for grabs.
It looks like Sam Bachman's going to go back out for a 2nd inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Moncada. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, strike 3. Ginn has struck out 10, a new career high. He has a no-hitter through 7 at Angel Stadium.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yatloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
Hi, I'm Bobby Witt Jr., ambassador for MLB's Play Ball.
Let's play ball!
It's an accessible, fun way for kids of all skill levels to learn the game, make new friends, and most importantly, get out and play ball. No prior experience needed. No bat or glove? No problem. We provide participants with their own bat and ball kit so kids can come as they are. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend, June 5th through the 7th. Visit playball.org to register for an event near you today.
You can watch Angels games all year long on ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. A's are here now. The Rangers next. Will be in Detroit and Tampa Bay next week. As Brent Rooker leads off the 8th inning, it's a tapper up the middle. Neto gets in front of it. Quick throw, and Rooker's the first out on the first pitch here in the 8th inning.
Anytime you can get Rooker out, that's always a good thing because he's had so much success against the Halos, including a well-hit baseball that Joe Adell made that good play on.
Well, the
Went
Angels
back to
don't.
the 5th inning.
The Angels don't have any hits, but the A's don't have any runs. And this game now in the very late innings, with JT Ginn's no-hit bid looming over it, but it's a scoreless game. So, both teams certainly with a lot in front of them still tonight. As Soderstrom bats 0 for 3, and it's strike one from Bachman.
98. Sam Bachman.
I mean, you could lose a no-hit bid and the game now at any moment. The ball's in a strike on Soderstrom. Oh, it's a chopper foul toward first. And the A's have had obviously more chances with 5 hits tonight, but outside of the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 4th inning, a lot of their hits have come with 2 outs tonight, so they really haven't been able to capitalize. One ball, 2 strikes on Soderstrom.
99-mile-an-hour running fastball from Sam Bachman.
A's have left 9 men on base. The Angels have only had 2 base runners. 2-2.
Back-to-back 99. So I'm guessing backdoor slider or changeup here.
It's like Zephyr John has gotten up in the Angel bullpen. Bachman has recorded 4 outs. He's gone from 0-2 to 3-2 on Soderstrom. 0-0 in the 8th inning, but the big 0 is the one in the hit column for the Angels. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah, had some depth to that slider there. Great pitch by Bachman. Good snap to it. On top, see that little dot on those seams? Telling you it's got some good spin on that plate.
Looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th, Adele, Lowe, and Ohapi are due up against Ginn, who has a career-high 10 strikeouts tonight. There has been a no-hit bid taken into the 9th inning this year. We told you about Parker Messick, and the Angels faced him last week. He took a no-hitter into the 9th against Baltimore this year and lost it. Ginn will take this one into the 8th inning at least.
Remember, Yamamoto took one into the 9th inning last year too in Baltimore.
And Sam Bachman, 2 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. He keeps it 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app. Go all in on game nights with MLB Plus. Catch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcast of every game. Even stream minor league action and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Within baseball, we are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
As we focus on mental health and wellness.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
So let's be kind to each other and ourselves.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
JT Ginn has a no-hitter through 7, a career-high 10 strikeouts. An A's pitcher has not thrown a no-hitter on the road since Dave Stewart in 1990. Mike Fiers threw one at the Coliseum in 2019, although that took 130 pitches. I don't think Ginn's going to go there tonight. He's at 88 right now. And Joe Adele with a liner, left center. Bolte moves over and makes the catch. 1 out. And on Ginn's behalf, 1 quick out. will give Mark Kotsay more lenience to keep him out there.
I mean, he's got to feel real good. That ball was hit hard by Adele. 105 off the bat, but right at him. I'll tell you, right there in position to make the play.
So now Josh Lowe, who is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. Ginn with a no-hitter through 7 1/3. For some Angels fans, well, it's been a lifetime since the Halos have been no-hit, almost 27 years. The longest active no-hit drought in the major leagues, and the Angels would like to keep it that way, especially in a winnable game here.
Yes, and the need for a win.
By the way, Dave Stewart's no-hitter is the only road no-hitter in A's history. The other 10 have been in home games.
Fernando Valenzuela threw a no-hitter on the same day, as I remember, on Dave Stewart's no-hitter.
2 balls and a strike on Josh Lowe. All those sombreros thrown to the sky when Fernando did it, though.
So that's at least a long at bat or so against Ginn for Josh Lowe so far tonight.
Had the longest at bat of the night back in the 5th. And it's now 3 balls and a strike. You also get into a position here, especially if Lowe gets on, where you can get him around without even getting a hit and win the game that way.
Yeah, with his speed, if he can get on base somehow, some way, you've got to take a shot.
3 balls, 1 strike on Josh Lowe. Hoppy on deck. And a fly ball, shallow right center. Bolte is over. He's there, and that's 2 outs. Ball hung up enough, and JT Ginn has a no-hitter through 7 2/3 innings.
How about that? A 3-1 changeup. 3-1 changeup. It got him out just in front enough.
Well, the intrigue builds dramatically if Ginn gets through this inning, because then you have a scoreless game on top of it all. Here's O'Hoppe. Fouls it off his foot. No balls and a strike. Ginn is close to 100 pitches. He's never thrown 100 in a major league game.
It's really been almost stress. I mean, it's been stress-free, effortless for him. His delivery's been so good. He's not taxed at all.
Just one man in scoring position, Moncada, when he stole a base after walking in the 5th. No hits for the Angels. And O'Hoppe now takes ball 1. There has to be some stress in the mind, though, in a tie game with no hitter going.
Yes, because you know, if you make one mistake, you can end up getting the L next to your name.
1 ball, 1 strike on Logan O'Hoppe. 2 outs here in the 8th. Nobody on, and it's ball 2. Again, he's whipping through the baseballs too. He does not like the grip. He gets a new one now. And you can tell he's feeling it. Got some tarps off fans out in left field now. The trend is everywhere.
Yep.
2 balls and 1 strike on O'Hoppe. And a high pop-up. JT Ginn in a scoreless game has no-hit the Angels through 8 innings. Stay tuned. A wild ride at the finish tonight at the Big A.
For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to Ore Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to Ore Health.
Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fabletics, because right now everything is 80% off, including shirts, tees, polos, and shorts, pants, joggers. Perfect for the gym, office, or golf. Get 80% off everything right now when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
When we started Warby Parker, we just sold glasses, and only online. But people liked them. A lot. So we offered more things, like sunglasses and contacts. And then we thought, what if we sold eyewear online and in stores? So we did that. And now we have stores in neighborhoods all over. There you can chat with friendly opticians and get eye exams from top-notch doctors. Now, no matter where you go, we've got your eyes covered.
If you need help moving and unpacking, you could ask your cousin Casey, who she hired last year.
Hey, girl.
Hey, what movers did you...
Sorry, are you still moving?
Or, here's a smarter move. Go with Thumbtack. The pros we know have earned over 14 million 5-star reviews. For your next home project, try Thumbtack.
Angels baseball on ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Now, this tarps off trend started in St. Louis and was in Tampa Bay the other day, and now it's here at the Big A. Trying to rally the Angels offense, which has been easier said than done. They've been no hit through 8 innings tonight, but on their side of the mound, well, Walbert, Ureña, and Sam Bachman have combined for 8 scoreless innings, and now Ryan Zefferjon will try to keep it 0-0 here in the 9th.
16th game now. It's a little over 21 innings pitched.
Ball 1 from Zefferjon. The last visiting pitcher to throw a no-hitter here at Angel Stadium. You have to go all the way back to September 19th, 1986, when Joe Cowley did it.
Is that when he walked a bunch of guys that day, right?
He walked 7 and allowed a run on a sacrifice fly. Wally Joyner actually said after the game that Joe Cowley was not impressive. He said he wasn't tough at all. We didn't get a hit. That's all that happened. If you guys look up or don't look up at the scoreboard, you think he'd have given up 8 or 9 hits.
That always makes you feel good as a pitcher when they say that. I'm sure they said that about me a few times. How did he get? I mean, Tony La Russa told that story the other day when they faced the A's back that year in '88 when they had all those monsters on their team. He said that speech, and then the guy told, "No, you were wrong, Tony."
That was the last no-hitter by a visitor in this ballpark. '86. Joe Cowley for the White Sox. 1-2. Although at that time, Jim Fregosi, the Angel legend, was actually managing the White Sox, and he said after the game that, yeah, Joe Cowley had great stuff tonight when he got it over the plate.
Conveniently wild, I would say.
That's not a great celebration for a no-hitter.
Joe Cowley still loved it, though.
JT Ginn will get a bigger party if he can get through it. But his team hasn't scored for him. It is 0-0 in the top of the 9th. So even if Ginn does make it through 9, this game might have to go beyond that if the A's don't score here. And now you're really also putting into play the possibility of the Angels winning this game without a hit.
That would be unreal. It's growing. There's the fans out in the outfield too, left field. Whoa, that's right in the dugout.
Bounced in and then out. So McNeil,
he battles you at the plate, that's for sure.
Well, whatever brings joy to the sport, I'm into it. I'm not going to do it, but I'm into it. 2 balls, 2 strikes on McNeil. Here's a fly ball to right. It lofts out to Joe Adell, who changes over toward right center to make the catch. 1 out in the 9th inning. We're going to show you the last no-hitter against the Angels. Eric Milton in 1999. That's how it ended at the Metrodome.
Back to that lineup, though, for the Halos in that game. Quite a few of their guys didn't play. Jimmy Evans didn't play in that game. Darren Erstad, Mo Vaughn, Tim Salmon, GA. That'll help you. But still, no hitter is unreal.
1 out as Geloff bats. And you're sounding like Fregosi and Wally Joyner now after Joe Cowley's no-hitter.
Yes. Remember, we've had a no-hitter through 8 innings, and then the Angels lost at Dodger Stadium in the game. But he ended up throwing a no-hitter here at the Weave.
The ball's in a strike on Geloff. And it's 1-1. And for it to be an official no-hitter, you have to finish the game, which Ginn may not be able to do if this game goes to extra innings. Line to left center and a base hit for Geloff. It's the first hit for the A's since the 7th inning. They have 6 hits tonight, and the Angels have none. It'll be Darrell Hernandez, the number 9 batter, being pinch hit for by Lawrence Butler after we take a ride with Kia.
It's going to be a conversation about Butler and Geloff at first base. A good base runner. He's got 3 stolen bases. Hasn't been caught yet this year.
Needs to be some thought in the dugout here if you're Mark Kotsay. Geloff had 25 steals a couple of years ago. You want to get the run now because you want Ginn to have a chance to complete history here.
Yes.
Angels live post game after the game, with a whole lot looming over the end of this one, including JT Ginn with a no-hitter through 8 innings against the Angels tonight.
Zephyr-John's been susceptible to a stolen base now. 13 stolen bases, 0 caught, 6 stolen bases against him so far this year. So there's a strong possibility this could happen here. At least try to steal a base.
Lawrence Butler takes ball 1. Butler's first at bat tonight. Hitting just 171 though for the year. Butler has taken a slide down after getting a big contract from the A's a few years ago.
Got him to go after that sweeper. Good pitch there by Zephyr-John. I think you might see some action here now. Geloff.
Butler got a 7-year extension before last season. 1 ball, 1 strike. There goes Geloff. Thrown to second by O'Hoppe. Geloff is safe. Unless he came off the bag. Neto's pointing to the dugout.
I don't know if he got him before he got his hand in there. Don't look like they're going to check. Let's see right here. That hand's in there.
Unless he came off. I don't think he did.
No. Nope, he kept his finger on there all the way through.
So Geloff does get the steal. Now the A's are threatening in the top of the 9th. Butler with a man in scoring position, and then Cortez due up next. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Butler has often struck out a lot. Looper right center, and a base hit will give the A's the lead. Zach Geloff scores, and now JT Ginn's no-hit bid takes center stage. The A's are ahead 1-0. Butler has the pinch hit RBI, and Ginn is 3 outs away from history here at Angel Stadium.
Yeah, he went down and got this sweeper out in front. Didn't hit it hard, but hit it where you're supposed to, middle part of the field. We talk about that a lot on the offensive side, is making contact, middle of the field, and he gets the job done. Just like that, the stolen base you're going to see right now. Butler try to steal the base here too.
This is Carlos Cortez taking ball 1. There is nobody up in the A's bullpen.
9-1-2 coming up for the Halos in the 9th.
And Trout will be due up 3rd. It's about the last A's no-hitter thrown by Michael Fiers. It was in 2019 against the Reds. Sean Manaea had a no-hitter in 2018. Forget there's a man in this ballpark tonight who has thrown not only a no-hitter but a perfect game as a member of the A's. Dallas Braden on Mother's Day in 2010.
The frustration thing there too for Zephyr-John. That was a pretty good pitch he made. Butler just punched it into the outfield. Now 3 in a row out of the strike zone.
There goes Butler, and he'll have second base thanks to ball 4 anyway. So it's a walk for Cortez and 3 straight base runners allowed by Zephyr-John.
Might think about a left-handed pitcher getting moving down there in the bullpen right now, especially with man looming on deck too, and the guy's leading baseball and hitting right now. Langlear's here at the plate.
Angels bullpen does spring to life, but Kurtz is next, and somebody would have to get ready very quickly to face him. Chase Silseth is the one that's just getting up now. First and second, 1-0 A's. As this 8-inning scoreless game has been broken up by Lawrence Butler's pinch hit RBI.
Now all of a sudden Ginn's thinking about maybe getting some more wiggle room with some more runs scored here as he tries to take that no-hitter, finish it off. Big pitch here for Zephyr.
All three to Langoliers.
Be surprised if he's swinging here. The way he's hitting, he might be getting the green light.
Langoliers with a base hit earlier, and that's not even close. Ball 4. So Zephyr has loaded the bases after allowing the first run of the game with back-to-back walks. And with Nick Kurtz stomping toward home plate. See if the Angels try to give Silseth some extra time to get ready. 24 pitch inning now for Zephyr, who's allowed a run on 2 hits with 2 walks, and Hoppy does head to the mound here. Silseth had just gotten up. There's a lefty throwing down there as well. Looks like it might be Suter. Either could be used as an option for Kurtz, and here comes Kurt Suzuki. Zephyr does not get the job done after Ureña and Bachman did. It will be up to Suter, I believe, to keep it a 1-0 game.
This Memorial Day, shop one of Avocado's biggest sales of the year. Upgrade your sleep with a certified organic mattress. Made without polyurethane foams, so it's comfortable, supportive, and naturally cool. Save up to 20% on our award-winning mattresses. Sleep with a purpose at avocadomattress.com or select retailers nationwide.
Finished my chores. Ready for my allowance.
Greenlight is way better than how I got paid for chores.
Mowing all those lawns really paid off.
That was not radical.
Bring your family into the financial future.
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows. Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a Download the app today.
From your favorite team, the
Phillies walked it off,
to the league's biggest stars.
Jaw-dropping stuff from Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I know that guy. Great player.
Stay in the know all season long on Play Ball, only on MLB Network.
Key for the game today, find your way back. For Silseth, find a way to get through this inning just to keep it a 1-0 deficit. See if the Halos can pull off some magic as Ginn's trying to work a no-hitter. He's got a no-hitter through 8 incredible innings. Silseth trying to keep this a 1-run deficit here. Find your way back, make a good pitch here, see if you can get a ground ball rolled over.
Ginn has thrown 99 pitches tonight, which is already a career high. Take the mound in the bottom of the 9th. He'll go well past his career high in pitches thrown, but if he has a comfortable lead, well, that certainly changes the landscape after having to keep it scoreless for 8 innings as the A's were shut down by Walbert Ureña and Sam Bachman. Now it is Silseth against Kurtz. Corner infield is in. It's a dangerous man to have up in this spot. He is at .467 so far in the major leagues with the bases loaded. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got him after that, but that's a drop to it.
Zephyr-John got the first batter out in this inning, but then allowed back-to-back hits. Geloff scored on Butler's. After Geloff scored second base, or stole second base, Cortez and Langoliers drew walks to force Zephyr-John out of the game. It's in the dirt. Hoppy kept it close to the plate. Butler broke but didn't go.
So 3 straight splitters.
2 balls and a strike to count on Kurtz. Bouncing ball to second, fielded by Frazier. Shovels to Nettle for 1. Over to first, 2. A double play.
Happy birthday, Jay Silseth. His birthday today. Gets a double play ball. We got a ball game here. Bottom of the 9th.
Now this is going to be a photo finish tonight. The A's settle for 1 in the top of the 9th. So J.T. Ginn will take the mound. And we'll watch him do so heading into the bottom of the 9th inning with a 1-0 lead and 8 no-hit innings.
Been absolutely incredible all night long. Sinker advertised being dominant. It has been. His slider good. He's mixing some pretty good changeup. He has been corner to corner all game long. I can say maybe 2 or 3 pitches all night he's thrown in the middle part of the plate. It's been unreal. This is a dominant performance. He's been under control. Great stuff for Ginn.
Looks like Lawrence Butler will stay in the game to play right field as J.T. Ginn goes to the mound with 8 no-hit innings, 99 pitches thrown, a career high, as are the 10 strikeouts he has thrown tonight. There is Butler, now the right fielder. Remember, he was the pinch hitter for the shortstop Hernandez. The A's will have a new shortstop here in the bottom of the 9th inning. No pressure on a shortstop just checking into the game.
I still remember Mark Trumbo playing third base the whole game when Weaver threw his no-hitter here. And he hadn't played a whole lot of third base, but Mike Scioscia kept him there the whole time.
It's Alika Williams who has entered the game as the shortstop. He would bat in Cortez's spot at the top of the order.
Well, with the pinch hit, you're going to have to put the new one in there. But still, at that point, Kotsay thinking, I got to find a way to score a run. And he did so by putting Butler in there to pinch hit. He was successful.
That gives J.T. Ginn an opportunity to go the distance here in a no-hit bid. Trying to become just the 3rd visiting pitcher to throw a no-hitter here at Angel Stadium. We mentioned Joe Cowley's in 1986. Bert Blyleven threw one for the Texas Rangers in 1977.
Kershaw almost threw a no-hitter here, but Rengifo broke it up. I think it was in the 8th inning.
Adam Frazier starts the 9th. Maybe the last guy you want to see in this Angel lineup with a no-hitter going.
Yeah, because he's going to make contact somewhere.
A 100th pitch of the night, a strike from Ginn. Frazier, then Neto and Trout. Angels have their best hitters lined up, trying to break up this no-hit bid. As Frazier fouls one off, it's 0-2.
Still, again, every pitch is on a corner. Every pitch.
There have been 7 no-hitters thrown in the history of this ballpark. The first ever by our buddy Clyde Wright in 1970. Of course, Reed Detmers has the last one. Line drive left center. There's the first hit for the Angels tonight. Adam Frazier on 0-2 punches one the other way, and J.T. Ginn's no-hit bid is over.
Like we said, and the fans, it's a great effort there by Ginn. Fans appreciating that effort by him, but you know, with Frazier, he's the guy you don't want up there because he's making contact and he lines a base hit of 102 miles per hour. You see that reaction by Ginn. He's just hopping, hoping. Now, just like that, one swing of the bat, you can get the L.
Yeah, now the winning run is at the plate, and now the A's are going to get their bullpen going. And the A's fans making their way from the northern parts of California They are disappointed that this no-hit bid has ended. And now there could be further disappointment ahead. The Angels can still win this game. Zach Neto has hit 7 home runs this year. We showed you his numbers earlier against the A's, a team that he homered a few times against last season.
Siri pinch running.
A little more speed at first. Siri in for Frazier.
What a job by Frazier.
We said it right at the beginning of the at-bat. You have a no-hitter going in the 9th inning. The last guy you want to see is a guy like Adam Frazier. JT Ginn's bid for history is done. Now he's just trying to bid for the win.
Good lead there.
All 1 to Neto.
Boy, all of a sudden everything changes now. Even though he's been pitching this kind of game the whole time at 0-0. But all of a sudden those corners can end up being middle of the plate.
Neto was hit by a pitch earlier. Siri leads from first. Big lead for Siri. As Neto looks at a strike and wants to challenge it.
I think he might be all right on this one.
And he's going to be.
Yes.
Angels challenge powered by T-Mobile. That makes it a 2-0 count. Angels still have their 1 challenge left. Well, once the tarps come off, everything changes in the ballpark, you know. 2 balls and no strikes on Neto. This is uncharted water for Ginn. A career high in pitches thrown, pitching into the 9th inning for the first time. Here's a fly ball, center field. Hits it well. Bolte is back near the wall. And it's gone! Unbelievable! What a finish! Zach Neto says goodnight to the A's. And JT Ginn walks it off with a home run.
The magnificent Magneto walks it off. This game of baseball is like no other sport. It is like no other sport. Book it. That is unbelievable. That is absolutely insane in the membrane. That is unreal. Zach Neto. Wow. Unbelievable.
JT Ginn with a no-hitter through 8 innings, and in a flash, the no-hitter goes, the lead goes, and the loss is hung on his name with Zach Neto serving one out to straightaway center field. A 2-run homer. 2 batters in the 9th inning produced 2 runs on 2 hits and an Angel win.
Wait, that's unreal. That is unreal. By the way, happy birthday, Chase Silseth. You picked up a W.
He's the winning pitcher. Wow.
Zach Neto. Magnificent Magneto.
JT Ginn must be sick to his stomach. That is an unbelievable. Wow, the Angels needed one like this, too.
Yes.
Zach Neto is our Toyota player of the game. He's standing by with Ken French.
Oh, my goodness. How do you like that, Angels fans? Wow. Zach Neto, there was a no-hitter to start the 9th inning. Adam Frazier breaks it up. You step to the plate. By the way, that's got to feel pretty darn good.
That's right, it does. A win always feels good.
What was it like stepping to the plate, knowing that Adam Frazier just broke up that no-hitter? What was your mindset?
We never give up. That's the biggest thing. We never do. And Frazier getting on right there, that's what a true leader does. And, you know, I just got to do my job, get it to Mike. But tonight was my night, and I got it done. And, you know, those fans out there in left field, everybody out here, we all deserve a W, so it feels good. And let's go.
Love it. Walbert, Ureña.
Yeah.
What about the performance he had tonight, 22 years of age, keeping you guys in the ball game with 6 shutout innings?
He's a dog. He's as poised as it comes. You know, you talk to him in the locker room, and he sounds like a seasonal vet. You know, it's just the way he carries himself around the clubhouse. And as a person, it's it's awesome to see them do this.
Finally, you mentioned clubhouse. Take me into that clubhouse if you could. Just the way you guys are keeping it together and just battling day in, day out, despite the outcome.
Every single day is a new day. That's how we look at it. You know, we had a rough series last series, but we came in today hungry to beat a divisional rival. And, you know, we're 1-0 in the series right now, but we got to come in tomorrow and win again. And, you know, from now and from so on, you know, we just got to keep fighting every single day and show these fans that we're here to play.
I love it. You came to play. Well done, Zach Neto.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Wayne, let's send it back to you.
That was an extraordinary finish.
Oh, man. How did that happen, Wade? Was that possible?
The Angels did not have a hit until the 9th inning. Adam Frazier struck a two-strike single, and then Zach Neto said goodnight.
Oh, he did say goodnight. Oh, wow. Walk-off 2-run home run when you were no-hitted into the 9th inning? Are you kidding me? Impossible.
Can't imagine the halo shining more brightly than it will tonight. Angels beat the A's 2-1 in an extraordinary finish.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
All right, locked in for this meeting. Total focus. Double booked? All good. Otter AI gives meeting notes and insights, even on meetings I can't attend. Dang it, I picked the boring one.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
How can I help? Me? I'm you, but with way more gusto. Nice. Hey, we getting a bike? Even better. We switched to Gusto for payroll. It's always such a headache, man. Nah, with Gusto, it's effortless. Kind of like looking really cool in this jacket. Payroll, benefits, 401k, they even set it up for us. So then, I had time to make some new merch. That's what we've been missing. Switch to effortless payroll, make your business look good. Yeah, I knew you'd like it. Really good.
Go all in on game nights with MLB Plus. Catch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Even stream minor league action and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Just an all-time ending here at Angel Stadium tonight. JT Ginn took a no-hitter into the 9th inning and then promptly lost the game. Gave up a hit to Adam Frazier, a home run to Zach Neto, and the Angels win 2-1. It'll be quite an Angels Live post-game show coming up next with Ken French and Tim Salmon down there. Along for Gooby and Ken French tonight, I'm Wayne Randazzo. We say goodnight from the Big A. What a wild one. 2-1, the Angels win.
And grads and mamas too. Did
he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
What a night at the Big A. Adam Frazier just broke up a no-no in the bottom of the ninth. Next batter up, Zach Neto, and he says goodbye, no-hitter, goodbye, W. Welcome, Angels win. Yes, Zach Neto, you are the hero here tonight as the Angels come back from one heck of a pitching performance by JT Ginn. Yeah, exhale. Wow, that was unbelievable. No-hitter through 8 innings for JT Ginn. They scored in the top of the ninth to take a 1-0 lead, Tim Salmon, but you told me as we're getting ready to go out of the field, Adam Frazier got the single, and you look over at me and go, what's your first question going to be when Zach Neto hits a home run?
I called it. I had a feeling.
Wow.
And I tell you what, it's one of those weird things in the game. You just get a feeling. I mean, the way this offense had been shut down, it was really ironic, just the swings they were taking. But I'm telling you what, when Zach Neto challenged that 1-0 fastball and he was on it, I'm like, oh, you're giving him another at bat off this guy. He's not going to get beat again. And I'm telling you what, it played out. I mean, it just seems like these kinds of things happen sometimes. I mean, it's just crazy.
JT Ginn was in complete control in this one, hitting his spots, painting the outside corner, a career-high 10 strikeouts, a career-high 99 pitches entering the ninth inning. We're going to take a look back at his evening. It was certainly impressive, and as you just alluded to, keeping the halos off the bases and off balance.
Yeah, you know, I'm really curious to see what the hitters say about it. I think it was a short arm. That ball just jumped on guys, and they had a lot of movement. This slider was just a wipeout pitch. Guys just really almost looked like they didn't see it, but it was set up by that two-seamer and that cutter. All day long, guys were just, it was just like the ball was on top of them, and I'm telling you, when a fastball has that kind of movement on it and guys aren't seeing it, it makes you question everything in the strike zone. And we haven't seen these Angel hitters swing at sliders like that all year long. And I mean, Shonneval struck out twice, and then I hate to laugh at it, but you know, when Soler was up that at bat, he'd been beat all night long by that cutter and that slider, and he was just sitting all over it, and he took 4 fastballs. It's like, it's just one of those nights. But boy, Frazier coming up in that situation, right guy in the right situation. I called in the pregame show. What'd I say?
You did.
I said it's going to be the lefties in the lineup to get to him. But I tell you what, it was ultimately, oh my goodness, Zach Neto, 2-0, sitting on that fastball out over the plate. You know, the A's didn't have the bullpen going either. I mean, they didn't really have a game plan at that point. I mean, they're going to go with Ginn. And, you know, kind of why not, I guess, in a way. He's been dominating all night long. You're like, all right, he gives up 1 hit. But in a 1-run game like that, you know, it's always easy to second guess, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. But the emotion, look at that through Zach Neto and his teammates. You don't think these guys care about this, needed it. A chance to take a breath for a second. He came up, he acknowledged the crowd before he came over to me. Thank goodness I dodged the shower. Hadn't done that in a while.
Well, you deserve to get showered because you weren't ready with a question. I had to remind you to get ready with a question.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
No,
well, you know what? The Angels would not be in this position if it weren't for Walbert Ureña. We talked about the 22-year-old rookie entering this game and what a May he's had, an ERA around 3, which has been truly impressive. But he came into this game and he was completely dominant. We talked about his changeup as well. That was on. But what about the sweeper that he had here tonight?
Yeah, he had a fantastic sweeper as well. I mean, that sweeper tonight, it was just crazy. I mean, he threw it to the righties 8 of 11 times for a strike. 50% swing miss on that swing and miss rate. But the changeup to the right-handers really was the dealing pitch. I mean, he had 7 of 8 times he threw it. They swung and missed through it. He really threw well the whole night long between those two pitchers and, of course, that fastball setting it up, that sinker setting it up. But, you know, you go back and look at his night. I mean, the only time he got in trouble was from defensive miscues. Great play right there by Joe Adell. That was a big out right there. That could have scored some early runs for him. But, you know, you go back and you look at his work. I mean, he had to throw 12 extra pitches over the course of 2 innings when they, you know, the defense kind of let him down. Otherwise, he could have gone deeper in this game. He deserved to go deeper. He was dealing. It just, to me, the maturity, to see a guy that throws that hard, that has that dominant of a changeup, but then really, you know, working on that sweeper, establishing it tonight was a great night. I mean, he had great success with those secondary pitches.
12 swing and miss with his changeup. He had 3 strikeouts via that pitch, but his changeup, Tim, was from 87 to 92. He was changing speeds with that pitch. You mentioned the 3rd and 4th inning defensive miscues extended the inning. Kurt Suzuki said to us at the beginning of the game, one of the most impressive things about this young man is he keeps his emotions in check. Yeah. And he's level-headed, even-keeled out there, was able to get through those difficult situations. And boy, what an outing he had. Even though it was a no decision, 6 shutout innings for the young man. And the Angels walk it off and they win. And what does it mean when the Angels win? Well, it means free fries. Thank you, Zach Neto. Yes, the Angels won. You win free fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase. It excludes tax, only on the app at McDonald's. Much more after this.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Did he do it?
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Bonus cash. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
Angels Live on ABTV is brought to you by your local Kia dealer. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. That's a movement that inspires right there. How about a walk-off 2-run home run for Zach Neto? Getting it done. Angels seemed like they were hung out to dry. JT Ginn with a no-no through 8. Adam Frazier breaks it up. Zach Neto for the win. As we welcome you to Angels Live postgame inside the Big A. Ken French, Tim Salmon. As you can tell, we're a little fired up here. It was a pretty darn exciting game for all of us and all the fans in attendance, and hopefully for all of you at home. Well, we talked about Ureña and the way that he pitched here tonight, but you know what? You have to have some defense played behind him, and he certainly did that. Joe Adell continues, Tim, to impress in right field.
He did in the 5th inning. I mean, no bigger test. I mean, runner on second base, 2 outs. Brett Rooker at the plate, and you know, he just keeps his hands inside and flares it out, and Joe comes in and makes this catch. I mean, just off the shoe tops right there. Great job. You know, that saves a run early in the game. I mean, it really looked like off the bat that it was going to drop in there. Joe maybe got hung up a little bit on his read, but he came in and made a great catch right there, and of course that kept the game tied at the time, and gave the Angels some hope at that moment. But you just never know where defense is going to come up and make a big play for you.
Well, Ureña had 6 shutout innings, as we talked about, but the bullpen certainly had to do their job to keep this one close for the opportunity for Zach Neto to get that chance. In the bottom of the 9th inning, Sam Bachman came in and pitched scoreless 7th and 8th innings.
He did a fantastic job. I mean, he did what the doctor ordered. I mean, you just continue to build off the success of your starter. Nothing really happened right here. I mean, Bachman did a great job, pitching 2 innings. He gave up just the 1 hit, couple strikeouts, and passed the torch into the 9th to Zephyr-John, who's really been doing pretty well in that role. But you can't say enough about Bachman picking up 2 big innings right there in a tight 0-0 ball game.
And not shown is here's Zephyr-John coming in right here, and this is where the A's were able to muster up that 1 run that we're hoping that was going to hold in the bottom of the 9th inning, but Zephyr-John would get the first out here, but then the A's would start to chip away.
Yeah, I think Zephyr-John, he has a good sweeper. Just caught too much of the plate a little bit, got the base hit, hung it out over there, the righty, and then right here, the stolen base, puts the runner in scoring position. That's definitely one of the key moments right there. But coming off the bench, Lawrence Butler comes in and gets the base hit, and again, that was the 3rd sweeper he'd seen for a strike in the zone. Maybe gave him too many good looks at it, and he with 2 strikes, he put a good swing on the bat and on the ball and drove in the run right there. And it really, I mean, at that moment, it was just kind of like a backbreaker. You kind of felt like, could we get any lower here until the next inning? And then, of course, it all flipped.
Well, not shown there was Chase Silseth coming in, getting a double play with 1 out and the bases
with Kurtz.
Loaded. Yes, that's right. To get
big
it
double play, yeah.
To keep it a 1-run game to the bottom of the 9th inning. And take another time out here in the program. When we do come back, we're going to get some reaction. Kurt Suzuki, he's got to be happy about this one. Zach Neto is happy. Oh boy, love the energy, love the excitement. His teammates can't wait for him to get home. Halos walk it off, 2-1 over the A's.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
Hey, showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Hi, I'm Junior, ambassador for MLB's Play Ball.
Let's play ball!
It's an accessible, fun way for kids of all skill levels to learn the game, friends, and most importantly, get out and play ball. No prior experience needed. No bat or glove? No problem. We provide participants with their own bat and ball kit so kids can come as they are. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend, June 5th through the 7th. Visit playball.org to register for an event near you today.
Angels Live at ABTV is brought to you by your local Kia dealer. Visit kia.com to discover that inspires. This is an inspiring win here tonight at the Big A. Let's love it. Zach Neto, so fired up. How about a walk-off two-run homer as they break up a no-no and they win it here tonight? Let's get some reaction. Kurt Suzuki, you know he's got you fired up right now. He's talking to the media.
It was incredible. I mean, I don't know if I've seen that ever. You know, he comes out for the ninth and didn't get an out. 2 hitters, 2 runs, and game over. But he had good stuff all game, man. He was really pitching, you know, sinker, cutter, changeup, sweeper. Kept us off balance. He pitched a heck of a game.
What kind of swing do you think for Zach and his team get you guys?
I think just the whole situation. I think the biggest, besides Zach's homer, obviously, but the turning point of the game was when Silly came in. I know we were down by 1, but he got Kurtz to hit into the double play. That couldn't have turned ugly, you know, real fast. And Neto coming up, you know, in that spot, not trying to do too much, staying to the big part of the field. And, man, what a swing. I'm sure it felt great for him. I know it felt great for myself, but it was awesome.
What do you think of Ureña?
Oh, he was great. You know, he struggled the first 2 innings. I know he threw a lot of pitches, got a lot of 3-2 counts, executed pitches when he had to, picked some guys up, you know, on defense, and it was a good team win for sure.
What was kind of like the vibes like in the dugout?
You know, the deeper we got, the more energy I felt like we had. And I honestly, truly believe that's what pulled us through is the energy, even going into the last inning. Guys are up. They're ready to rock. They believed we were going to win that game. And that's something that's huge in this game. You could be struggling, you know, but I think that belief, having that belief is special, and you just got to keep it going.
What do you think of the fans, also 2 large groups of shirts off, waving around?
Yeah, I don't know what, I didn't even hear what they were chanting, but they were waving their shirts around. I kind of have maybe a little bit of a thing what they were chanting, but yeah, I mean, I feel like for a Monday night, you know, it's pretty electric.
Makata had some issues at their play. What did you see on the 2 plays?
Yeah, I think the first one, you know, set his feet. Langoliers, you know, busted his butt down the line, and, you know, he beat the throw by a little bit. Maybe could have probably been a little bit quicker, but he set his feet, made a strong throw, he beat it. And then the second one, Bolt was flying down the line, and, you know, he felt like that was a play. He thought he was hit too hard to go foul, so he tried to make a play and, you know, rushed it, and it popped out.
Do you consider that just a mental error for Makata on the first one?
I don't even know if it was mental or if he caught the ball, shuffled his feet, and, you know, Langoliers beat it. I don't know if there was, maybe he could have rushed the throw and maybe he would have threw it short, or, you know, I thought he made a good strong throw and he just beat the throw.
Tim, one thing that stood out there, Kurt said the later the game went on, the more energy his team had, and there was just a collective belief that they were going to win the game. Have you been in that situation before when you're getting no hit, or you just having a tough time with a pitcher who's dealing, and in that dugout you feel like, you know what, somebody's going to come up with a knock and someone's going to win this game?
Well, there's definitely a sense of like, hey, you can't let this happen on our watch, guys. I've been a part of 2 no-hitters, and in both games, I wasn't in the game. I was on the bench.
That's the reason.
So I've never been a part of one, you know, as a hitter, but yeah, without a doubt, it's a pride thing. Nobody wants to be part of a no-hitter. Yeah, no way.
All right, you got Detmers, Kahanowitz, and then Soriano.
You know, I look at our starting pitching and I go, wow, we got some good arms going, you know, every 5th day. I really like the chances. Reed Detmers, you know, threw well last time out against Cleveland, didn't get the win, but 5 2/3 and two runs. I just like where these pitchers are trending this year. They're definitely getting better. You know, we'll see how the offense, you know, picks up. This might have been the bigger outcome in all this. This might be what really just kind of sparks the offense going forward.
Third time. Just look at this. 3rd time in a live ball era, a team had a walk-off homer after entering the inning with 0 hits.
Yeah, I felt like it happened more than that, though. I was pretty fired up. I felt it, man. I maybe I had a premonition. I don't know. I felt it.
Well, you said signature win. You know how you walk down the tunnel and they put those big pictures up? This is going to be one of those.
This is going to be
this
one
could
of
turn.
those.
This could turn the tide. This
and
is
it's
one of
guys
those
like
things.
Neto. It's it's those guys that shine in the big spotlight. I mean, it's just seems like it was all meant to be.
It's a perfect situation. Perfect guy,
for a guy like Neto. Yeah.
in the perfect time. All right, and it was a great time had by all here at the Big A as the Angels. JT Ginn no hit the Halos through 8. Adam Frazier broke it up in the bottom 9th, and this is Zach Neto again. That will not get old anytime soon. The emotion, victory for the Halos. They win it 2-1. A's out of here with a loss. We'll see you tomorrow from the Big A.